All right, Pat. I'm gonna hit live, so you got to stop saying that stuff about black people.
No, I can't. I respect them completely, and I feel like they
Stop.
should
I
have 2
told you.
months.
I told you.
I told you, they don't think the leap year is enough. They
No,
need to have 3 extra days.
stop, Pat. This is a very pro Puerto Rican podcast, and I will not have you overshine that with your love of others.
Look, Andy, I know that all the ideas that I was sharing probably
Pat,
weren't the best and most thought out. Like a free cruise for all black people was probably not the way to go.
Pat, you know the dynamic we set up. We are going
I
to be
understand that now. I understand that now, and I'm
we
very
had meetings about this. We are a super pro Puerto Rican self-hating white podcast.
right.
And
Puerto
that is
Rican
going to be the angle that gets us over the top.
parades, not months, or a month
Yes.
that starts halfway. You know, the Hispanic Heritage Month starts like halfway through one month and goes halfway through another.
Are they trying to call him lazy?
I honestly don't
They're
know
like,
what that is.
I'll start my month in a little bit. I can't do accents.
Irish.
Fuck.
What up?
Fuck.
Hey, Tony.
I'm a Spanish. I went
Ay,
over
ay,
the
ay.
border. Oh, I am from Mexico. I jumped the border. I go through the something straight. Anyway, what is up, everyone? Tonye, how you doing? Tonye, right here, bright and early. It's Sunday noon morning. Another episode of Drag the Lake. If you're listening on iTunes or Spotify or YouTube in the future, just hit that subscribe button. You can hang out with us every noon on a Sunday. Check out the good shit, the fucking full album reactions, all the stuff. New music from Friday. It's going to be great. We're about done with Dance Gavin Dance with Dragpot Juicer. We're just about done with Dance Gavin Dance, and I know I was talking about doing Enter Shikari, but I'm going to pull an audible because when I'm presented with a good effing idea by this fat, thick bitch, Patrick, I take that goddamn idea.
Omaha!
Audible.
37.
Motion.
I'm 37. Omaha. I would like to visit Omaha Steaks.
I'm 37. I should have been to Omaha by now. I'm 37.
Yeah, exactly.
What's
That's,
like the biggest thing going on in Omaha?
The steaks. I think I just mentioned it. I think
Biggest
it's
attraction in Omaha.
the Peyton Manning Museum and steaks.
Okay, we got the Omaha's Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium.
Ugh.
Omaha's Children Museum. God, what? Whole museum of your best children? That's weird.
Sponsored by Chris Hansen. Jesus. Go ahead and have a seat. Go ahead and have a seat. Go ahead.
St. Cecil Cathedral. No. Heartland of America Park at the riverfront. Ooh.
I love a park. And I love rivers, but maybe the backs. I don't like the fronts.
It's the best way, though. That's the best way to subdue a honk is give him a good old, give him a craft beer on a riverfront.
Oh, man.
Ooh, and you know what else? A flatbread pizza.
Yeah, you give me a flatbread.
Honkies love a flatbread.
One of those picnic tables that's all just one piece. It's all connected. Like the bench is connected to it. That's hard to like. We pick the corners. We pick the edges. You know.
Oh, dude, I'm an edge on those tables all. No, and I gotta be honest though. Even if you're a thinny, it's hard to get into those fucking tables. They're awkward. They're not. They should be higher off the ground.
Yeah, and they're really not meant. Even though that's what you're supposed to do. They're really not meant to slide your butt across. You can't scoot across. But you get a nice flatbread or a nice little. Like a sandwich, like something like that, like a bacon, egg, and cheese, depending on the time of day, and a picnic bench, nice riverfront. That's my get out. I'm stuck there.
I gotta be honest though. You see that's like the cop out at every like fancy place is they do a flatbread pizza with no marinara sauce and here's the thing, Pat. Can I be honest with you?
Andy, I wish you would.
I'm not above a balsamic drizzle. But like it's hacky rich people enhancement foods. It's hacky rich people enhancement food, a balsamic drizzle, because it's like I don't know. It's like you got all this fancy wine, all this other shit. Yeah. Oh, we're just doing flatbreads? All right.
I don't understand why the richer you go, the more disgusting things have to taste. I don't understand like why is that a mandatory thing that you have to like challenge? It's all like the richer you get, it turns into like Fear Factor. You know what I mean? Like you're eating like duck eggs and shit like that, and then you get to like I guess that's not weird, but then you get to like like fish eggs. Like you eat weirder animals' eggs, like the richer you go. But like if you're in Poor Town and you're at the fucking dollar store, you can get the zebra cakes. That's like
Yeah.
you can get 2 of those for like $5.
No,
And that's
1000% poor people food, bodies rich people food. Almost every
Yeah.
time. I will say, have you had rich French cuisine?
no.
No. Pat, you're gonna
I didn't mean to
Pat-
say it like that. That was like the most American thing I've ever done in my life. I was just like, Andy, get that shit out of here. What are you
Pat,
talking?
I'll be honest. I'll take you on a date one time, and I'll change your mind. In here, you know me, Pat. You know
Yeah.
me, Pat. It's just you and me.
Adam Malafarina, right?
Let's turn the chat off real quick. It's just you and me,
Guys, don't listen to this, okay?
guys. Shut your ears. This is just me and Pat. Pat, you know this about me.
Just me and you now.
Hate the French. They're all pedophiles. Hate them.
Obviously.
But
No.
those kid fuckers over there,
Yeah.
they know how to make a good brunch, dude.
Are they the ones that invented foie gras?
Maybe that sounds French as shit.
Sounds disgusting too, because you know what it is. It's just a overfed goose thing, right? Isn't it? We got to bring the chat back in because now I don't know, isn't it?
Yeah, we actually just realized we're nothing without you guys.
Guys, you can listen now. Turn it up. Okay, they're back. Honestly, we appreciate you guys not listening to that part because it probably could have borderline on hate speech.
What, calling every French person a
no.
pedophile?
Oh, damn it, Andy. They're back. They heard that part.
Wait,
Well,
is he?
well, we
do you
got
think
you.
it's-
What frog were?
You think it's problematic to call every French person a pedophile?
Yeah, it might be. Can we just say allegedly, just in case?
News to me.
Are we talking about French Canadian people too? Because that would make a lot more sense. That's why
Yeah.
they don't want anybody there.
Yeah. Guys, I'm sorry these podcasts start out very slow. We literally see each other about a minute before we need to go live.
We were hot right before this.
And then I spend most of this time getting all those stories I meant to talk about. I have them all together. I just wanted to get one last one and to make sure we don't lose it, because there was one that I fucking love. We definitely need a resurgence of the pit police, and because there's some fucking findings that need to be found out.
Okay, was there by any chance was that one clip that I sent you of the gentleman performing on the band playing on stage, and then there was a, the kind. I felt like it kind of
The
was
fat guys?
No, not the fat guys. The other one where the car made an appearance.
Oh yeah, dude. I'll pull that one up.
Does that count as pit police? Because technically, it's not a chair, it's not a table, but it's a it's a big difference.
It's not. No, that's not the pit. It's
Okay.
it's the stage.
Yeah,
Yeah. I would. You know what? Let me bring up my Instagram, because
Okay,
there was an important pit police moment that I wanted to go over, that
Good.
I wanted to make sure we got in on it, because there was a lot of fucking debate. It's really funny too. A lot of times these clips there does become like a lot of debate around them, and then it'll be people who aren't into the music.
Yeah, and they're debating the wrong things usually. I feel like they're like, why is there a fucking table in there? And you're like, shut up! You're asking the wrong questions. Why wasn't it there sooner? Is what we should be asking.
Did you send this to me over Instagram?
I think it was. I'm pretty sure, but let me double check.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Okay. Because
Here
it
we
might have
go.
been.
Yeah. Dude, this is so fucking funny.
This is one of the funniest. Like I obviously I kind of gave it away, but you don't know what's about to happen as far as like
Yeah, and this is the end of the video. This is the end of the video, and you don't know what happened.
yeah. There's a wonderful band playing somewhere, maybe a state fair.
They're having a good time.
The
They're having a
drummers-
real good time.
Drummer's killing it, but apparently Pat
And
Torch is actually-
Gator!
And look at that. Doesn't even check on his fan. He's like, whoa, I gotta get off stage. This guy.
Dude, I just realized you can. Oh my god, dude! I just realized you can see it from the beginning. Watch.
Yeah.
Look, way in the back.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Oh. Oh no, I didn't see that before.
I just realized that.
Oh, he comes down and
Later,
around.
dickhead.
Oh.
Oh, and the bassist, like,
Yeah, so
Dude,
the bassist has real concern. I hats off to the fucking rhythm section. Got his brother on his mind, but
not enough on his. I don't know. I don't mean to be a
there's no way
dickhead.
he's gonna stop that.
No. But like, here's my thing: is I've never been in a situation like this. But like, a lot of times you see stuff like this and the reaction time is slow. You know what I mean? Like if I'm in the middle of something and I see dude,
It doesn't stop being funny.
it's so fucking fun. It's just the bassist reaction time is kind of nuts to me.
Yeah, like the bassist. Okay, so sorry, there is not a guitar player in sight, at least, so we don't know if they're taken out as well. But the bass player is like, what? Because like, think about it. Like you said, even if somebody not being in the situation before, I've never been in a situation like this. You haven't, and all of a sudden that happens, and then you look over and you're just like, is that a fucking four-wheeler? Terry, and then you put your bass down and then you walk over to him. You know what I mean?
No, you know what it is? Well, so here, okay, there's two things. We don't know how the dude got hit. Like how he got hit. Well, obviously that's how he got hit. But we don't we don't know, did he get clipped?
Yeah.
Is he under the car?
Did he get drugged?
Like, cause I've seen certain videos where motherfuckers get fucking toasted and then they just kind of like they just got hit. They got hit in the sweet spot and it didn't fuck them up too much. So maybe maybe Terry got slammed, but it like spun him in a weird way and now he's like on his feet like fucking Spider-Man or something.
I think it gave him one of those like it was like I think it hit him dead on in the back. But I would like to know, did Terry do anything to deserve this? Was that not his drum set? Did he,
as the guy was driving, he just yells out, he goes, "Golf is gay."
You know what I'm saying?
The dude fucking takes him out.
They got the light show going on. That's taken out. That's more money. I hope they're insured. But also the lead singer is either a rental, new hire, or he just doesn't give a fuck about Terry. He was on the guy in the four.
Yeah, dude. I really hope
he looks back and like instead of being like, "Uh-oh, Terry," he's like, fucking, I knew it was gonna happen. See what happens, Terry? I told you it was gonna happen, Terry. And then like, so we don't know.
If you watch how he gets off the stage.
Yeah.
How he gets off the stage.
Injurely.
Here, wait, yeah. Terry gets hit.
Yeah.
Terry gets hit. And he's just like, let me make sure this mic's good. Oh, I'm a little steppy.
Yep.
Oopsies. And the bassist is just like, ooh, let me set this down gently. It's like,
he didn't even put it in the stand. He put it on the ground. He put his bass on the ground. Terry is down. Bass is on the ground. We gotta go. Boosh.
Like I'm not saying the dude needs to launch his bass in the air, but like,
no, but like, but literally, I understand his reaction more than the lead singer because like that's why I'm wondering if there was something preceding this that like Terry was fucking up a song, like again.
I'm hoping Terry
because he has that thing of like, this was inevitable. I knew this. I knew you were gonna get hit with a four-wheeler one day.
Terry, I knew this. I didn't know this was gonna happen, but the way you fucking been,
I
knew you were gonna get hit by a fucking.
I felt it. I felt it coming, Terry. And then like, but the other guy is probably like his drug dealer or something like that. So he's just like, oh no, that's my best customer. I hope your time is okay. You know what I mean? So like, it's just wonderful to. It wasn't a table or a ladder or a chair or anything like that, but that was very interesting. So look out. I got a hype security there. I'm telling you what, man, the backstage is getting nuts.
Here, I got it up. So I think, well, what do you want to do? You know what? Let's segue. No. Let's segue them into the Pit Police and let's start off by doing merch talk. Oh, okay. Actually, no. Shout out to this. Yo, Shane booked on SNL for the 24th with 21 Savage. I woke up to that today, and I took a second. I go, no fucking way.
I swear to God, I was just listening to. I feel like it was Bennington or something like that, and they somebody literally just called this. They were like, "Wow, isn't it so cool how he's gotten to the level he's at now?" Oh, it was during when he just announced the Bud Light thing.
Yeah.
And you know what my first thought was, Andy? Was literally I was like, "That's my ticket into UFC." Because that's
how I'm going to use him.
That's exactly how I'm going to use him. Not for my betterment of my career. I don't give a fuck. I want to go to the UFC, baby. But there was they were talking about the
you hear that, Shane? That's how Pat looks at you. What can he get from you?
Finally, some value for Pat. No, when they were talking about the Bud Light,
I looked at it. I said, "Ooh, there might be Bud Lights in the fridge when I hang out there, maybe."
Maybe. But there's it was somebody that, and they were saying like, oh, watch, I bet he's gonna get booked on SNL this year, and like, by the end of the month, he's gonna be on the show. That's fucking crazy. So, congrats to him. Huge. I would say revenge, but like, I don't even think they've been a thought really.
I don't know. I don't mean to be this guy, but that's actually incredibly embarrassing for SNL.
Yeah. No. Well. Yeah. Because
no, I'm not, and I'm not taking anything away from Shane. It's a huge fuck. Like that's the greatest fuck you ever.
Yeah. Yeah. Like within a couple years, the person that you kicked off your show that you could have had on your show has enough star power that you asked them to come host.
Yeah, it's like if the fucking hot girl in high school was like, you're a fucking little bitch, and then now that you're doing better and you don't even give a fuck about her, she's like begging you to give you head.
Cast members don't even do that. Cast members don't even go on to SNL, make it that big in that amount of time to leave and come back and be a host. Like that's crazy. Like that it's crazy, and to me, it's like it's got to feel so good for him. But that's going to be a little awkward at first. But he knows enough people in the room, I'm sure. One of the head writers is Michael Che. He's a friend with his.
I mean, it might be awkward. I don't know if it'll even be awkward because it's kind of like they're coming, like he's coming in with them, kind of like bending the knee or some shit. Because it's like it's this weird.
It's really cool.
It's like because I saw a bunch of people being like congratulations, and I'm almost like I don't even know what the word is, but it's like, hey, good job on making them bitch the fuck up. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
Because it is like at the end of the day, it's like the bigger story is that like is like people are acting like this. Oh, it's this beautiful thing, and it's like no, it's actually ungodfully embarrassing for SNL.
Yeah,
you know, it's like
100% on that. This is like a victory lap in that sense. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and it's like the irony is this is like barely like fucking. This is just funny for him. Yeah. It's not gonna help him. So, I mean, the only way it helps him is just like it just solidifies his sort of status as like the fucking dude. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't like help his career. Yeah,
he doesn't necessarily. Yeah, I think you're right. The like saying that makes them look bad because it's basically them saying like, hey, would you do us the honor of coming here to host our show for us? You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing of like your star power would bring so much for our show. We appreciate you. We think you're great. We think you're funny. And it's like, really? Okay. Because,
it was also,
you know what I mean? Like it, all water under the bridge. And now it's just a cool experience. And like, got already such a fucking surreal experience, I'm sure. Do you know what I'm saying? Like just to be like, holy shit, now I'm here on this side. I get to say what sketches happen or don't happen. Like that's fucking nuts. You went that's crazy to me, man.
Yeah, I don't know. If I was in Shane's situation, I'd have a full erection the whole time.
And I'd be thinking, man, my friend Pat really loves the UFC. I'm going to keep that in mind next.
I wonder how Pat wants to use my friendship right now.
I know I never, ever think about Pat George, ever. But, but I remember him, and his wife's really nice. So maybe I'll take him out.
He's doing Matt and Shane. He turns to Matt, and he goes, Matt, that guy I haven't talked to in like 10 years.
Pat George? Matt goes, Pat George? He goes, yeah.
You think he'd want to go to UFC?
Hell yeah. I'm gonna make a note of that. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna remind myself real quick. Let me just text him. He doesn't have a number. We don't
have that. Wait, what was I also gonna say? Oh no, this is also like so I don't want to like take full credit for this, but it is, let me explain. It is interesting how the universe works. Because all jokes aside, obviously I'm not taking credit for it, but all jokes aside, like it is weird how the universe works sometimes, where last night I listen to hip hop all the time, but I randomly got on a kick of like more mainstream hip hop. And I was like, doing some chores, going around, just listening to a bunch and then I got heavy into that fucking 21 Savage Drake album that they did, and I was like, listen to it, and I usually shit hard on Drake, and I actually got to give him props. It was pretty enjoyable. Drake does consistently rap about rapping. Like he raps about being a famous rapper, which is like a lot of rappers do that, and it's a meta that I really get fucking annoyed by because it's like Run DMC, like they're an exception because they're the fucking legends, and you know the back and forth that they would do would be crazy and all this shit. But the funny part about Run DMC is they would constantly be rapping, going, bro, when we start rapping, it's gonna be sick, and you're like, you're doing it,
Yeah.
and
When
that's
we
all.
come in the room and we do this, and it's like, yeah, you're doing it.
Yeah, and then and I've been listening to a bunch of Kendrick. I've been listening to actually this podcast about Kendrick Lamar, which gotta love a good old podcast where it's like the whitest, most NPR voice in history is like, let me break down the black experience.
Yeah.
It's very fun. Also, the dude does not, like, when he reiterates lyrics in certain lines, he does not want to say the N-word, so he like figures out creative ways to dance around it. Cause there's the one line on To Pimp a Butterfly where it's a reference to the Chappelle Show where he goes, they never should have gave you N-words money. And he goes, and it references this famous Chappelle Show line, and he just plays it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I thought you were gonna go the other way. He just, like, when referencing the N-words, he just goes hard R.
He goes, this is academic. I can fucking say it.
I'm just quoting him. I did it like Joe Rogan.
I'm quoting them. Okay, maybe I'm just wanting to quote the N-word only.
Mm-hmm.
That should be the podcast, quoting the N-word.
So some may say I exclusively pick songs with N-word heavy lyrics. I wouldn't say that, but
that's gonna be the next podcast. It's called "I'm Just Quoting It." It's just you. It's you quoting your favorite times the N-word was said.
How many episodes do you think we would get?
Oh, but
like on Rumble.
Yeah. We might need to go to BitChute.
That one's going to Rumble.
Oh, but yeah, like I said, I'm not taking credit for it, but it is obvious. It is always hilarious how fucking things work. Where you're like, hey man, I haven't thought about 21 Savage in fucking ever. Yeah. And like I start listening to him last night heavily, and then it pops up he's perform. I'm like, that's weird. How like I don't know. I'm not trying to be like a fucking white girl with her crystals or anything. Yeah. But you're like, I swear to God, it's like the universe is letting you know like some shit's gonna happen. It's like it's not like you're affecting it, but it's almost like the universe is getting you. You're watching the trailer for the next day.
Yeah,
Such a dumb white female bitch.
Just manifest it. So,
yeah, I'm not. Well, I'm just really spiritual.
Yeah, you're not religious. You're just spiritual. So I think it's a really cool thing that like could be. It's just perfect. I think it's just perfect. I think that's the best way to explain it. Like when I saw that, I was just like, oh yeah, that's perfect. That's awesome. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know if it's a congratulations or if it's any. It's just gotta feel so fucking good. That's probably the best feeling in the world is like getting that call or that request to be like, really? Like, you know what I mean? Like just to go like, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, that'll be fun. You know what I mean? Like just to be able to go like, wow. That
well,
quick.
yeah, it is. The Shane's whole career is just fun to watch because it is like you sit there. There are certain times where you go, is someone writing this?
Yeah, it's like it feels like Make-A-Wishy in ways. Like it feels like just like this, like, really? He's getting to do every single favorite thing ever and like ever? That's fucking so cool. Like
wait,
how
he gets to do
that by being funny? What the fuck?
He gets to do all the shit?
That's so fucking cool. Like I'm happy
and he also gets to bitch up SNL.
Yeah. You get to like go there and go and like just stand there. You could just stand there in silence for. Well, no, that wouldn't be smart. But just for your monologue, just to be like, you know what I mean? Like just that kind of like, man, it's got to be so. Yeah, it's just like it's a cool thing to see. Like when we talk about like, oh, we get to Austin, like the label that we're talking about starting, the music, the band shit that we're talking about doing, that's the shit that gets.
Don't get pat. Keep it sexy. Don't give them too much.
Those are teasers.
Don't give them too much. Keep it sexy.
I don't know what it is, but that's those are things that are like, those are the fun things that I think about. Like I could not even fathom this. So that the fact that's happening for him, especially considering the situation that he has personally lived, it is hard to believe that this isn't being scripted somehow.
Well, I think to put in the simplest
feels like wrestling.
To put in the simplest of terms, and I hope this doesn't come off as like, I think it. Well, actually, no. I don't even know if I needed that preamble. I was about to say, there's just something about like because like before Shane got big, everything was like in comedy and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And everything was kind of getting, for lack of a better word, gayer. It was getting gay. And I don't mean that to talk about homosexuals. I would never besmirch homosexuals with this kind of language.
Just in like
But no,
subject. It was gay.
It was everything was just a little gayer.
Yeah.
And then I think for a lot of people, like especially like I think like Shane getting taken off SNL was the last straw for a lot of people. And I think for a lot of people, every dub Shane gets is like a win for everything's getting a little less gay, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, legitimately, yeah.
I think that's from what I've gathered from because it is weird because it's like, and I'm not pretending. Me and Pat are because Pat's not going to go to UFC. We're not pretending to be close with Shane. We're just we start with him. We're friends with him, and it's like but you still at the same time. It's like we start with him. You know him one way, and then you see how everyone else sort of interprets him, and like and I've been realizing that I'm like, oh, that's what this is for them. It's like it's a dub for things being it's constantly a dub for things being less gay.
A relatable hero. Like it's like one of those things, like it's like legitimately it's him just being like a fucking goofball and it working because he's a genuinely funny and good dude. So like it's cool to see people, it's good to see people like that win, especially when people were like, he's a hateful motherfucking bigot. And it's like, yeah, but he's also like great.
Well, there's also too like you like to see people win that don't have a lot of disclaimers on them.
Yeah.
Because like you could have put that on, and I'm not gonna get specific, but there's certain people of like the Rogan crew. You could be like, oh, he wasn't here. He wouldn't have been here without Rogan, or in literally any scenario. They did that with fucking, people like claim like people who got hired for SNL, like, oh, you wouldn't be on here unless you tick the box off. Like, there's so many different examples, and it's like it's the fact that it's a dub without asterisk next to it that's what also rules about it.
Yeah, it's really cool. Just a genuine, funny, cool dude that fucking did it. That's cool. So, hats off to that dude. I saw that you had highlighted something.
Did I have? Oh yeah. Sorry, we're talking about things that were gay, perhaps more gay than a particular Middle Eastern militant group. That was the funniest part too about Shane getting canceled. And I'm a Chris Gethard fan.
Yeah,
I like Chris Gethard, but it was so funny that Chris Gethard was like, "I need a call." Because I found out Shane made fun of me forever ago on a podcast. And you're like, wow, dude, you really made him getting fired from SNL about you.
Yeah. I mean, we all did, I think, a little bit, but like not openly. Like, you know what I mean? Like I think we all did. Like I think in a way, because like you said, like when that happens, you're like, oh no, the world is super gay. Like it's that fear, but that's I'm not sitting there going like, yeah, and also he said something rude to me. Can you guys believe it?
Well, the irony was if you go back and you see Chris Gethard he was talking about it on Jim and Sam, and he was like, and I'm saying all this as a fan of Chris Gethard, but sometimes like we're fans of all the shit on here and we still make fun of him. But like it was just so funny being like, how could Shane say I'm not funny? And I'm going to talk about this for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And not be funny for any minute of it.
Manner ever. Yeah, exactly. You're like, that's how. Like, it's one of those things.
I'm going to ask, how could he think I'm not funny for 10 minutes while being unfunny?
I watched it. Now, this might be overkill and maybe too much in the other direction, but I just watched a Bill Burr Thursday morning podcast that he does. And usually those
humble brag.
He'll have a guest, and he had John Lovitz on, and the whole episode is just them insulting each other back and forth and back and forth. There's no real conversation really that happens a lot. It's just them fucking just
friendly insulting.
Yeah, like they're it's in, but you used to be old tough crowd and all that shit. Even that had more of a dialogue to it,
but like different than us, because I mean it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was friendly. They was like, when he said the hate speech, it was like, it was implied that it was within good favor of two friends. But they
you're just sitting there like, dear God, wink about it, dear God.
But it was essentially, ball busting essentially. Tanya nailed it. But it's also like that's also something too. Like if somebody says something funny and they're making fun of you, it shouldn't be whatever. If he was just sitting there saying, this guy fucking sucks, he sucked, like this guy he sucks at comedy, he should quit, he should kill himself, all this other shit. It like, I don't know, man.
That's like back to the earlier comment when he said Judd Apatow was like gayer than ISIS.
Yeah.
I'll be straight up. I don't remember. Wait. I don't remember how Judd Apatow responded to that. Like, so I'm not shitting on Judd Apatow because I don't remember how he responded to that. But like, it's one of those things where if someone shit on me and I found out they called me gayer than ISIS, I was like, what? I was like, I don't know what that means.
I would laugh. That's really funny.
Like, that's funny.
Somebody, I work my day job at a cremation service.
He kills cats
for pets and
cats.
Dogs and gerbils.
He likes the cats the most.
My favorite's birds. I like to hold them down so they can't fly. No,
well, they can't. They're dead.
I was doing a roast, and somebody goes, "Oh, people may not know Pat works."
Did you make fun of them before they kill them?
Yeah, I roast them first. I actually did offer a service once. I said to my boss, I said, "What if we offer a service where we take a picture with our balls on their pet's head before we put them in?" And he said, "What would that do?" And I was like, "I don't know, just be funny." He said no, so we just do it for us. But somebody said, "I'm so fat, it looks like I work at a crispy crematory," and I thought that was one of the funniest things that because of the donuts. You get it? I eat some. It's one of those things but if somebody said I was gayer than ISIS, I wouldn't be able to not blurt laugh because it is. I don't, because like you said, what does it mean? How could I ever take that personally? You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's kind of like that. That's why gayer than ISIS is low key a brilliant joke because it like you can only laugh at it.
Yeah, there's no way to take that personally, and if you took that personally, you're gayer than ISIS.
Well, that's the two-pronged. That's the two-pronged. Just utter destruction of it. Where you go, first off, what does that mean? And then if you get mad about it, then the response is, seems like you're gayer than ISIS.
Yeah, yes. Seems like the more you argue, the more thou protest, my friend. What is? But how gay is ISIS? Then you have to start asking real questions.
Well, that's when you start having to break down what gay even means.
Right. See,
I had a comment. Pardon me looking at my phone, but I did have a comment recently. I forget if it was a while ago, so I forget if I actually saved it. But I did get someone hit me with one. All right, I'm not gonna waste time looking for it like this. Wait.
Did somebody say you're a ginger something recently?
Wait, is this it? Oh, this was really funny. Yeah, you just remind me of a fucking like a commenter where I'm like, you're wrong, but goddamn, that was funny. It was when we were making fun of the Hate 5-6 guy.
Oh yeah.
Of, like crying because some chick did hardcore show shit at a hardcore show near his fucking expensive camera.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, "I like this. It's very avant-garde how you are comedians but refuse to be funny. That's a cool new take on the old art."
Fucking got us. You got us. Like literally, like it's
so funny.
If you are funny in your insult towards us, I cannot do anything but accept that insult and take on all of its meaning. That's a great insult, and it's true.
No, but it is like I always remember when we had Tyler from Capra on the show, and he told us like there is something to when you get a bad comment, because this is the line you have to walk. Where people will be like, you get a bad comment, and it's like depending how you respond, or like honestly, the best thing is to never respond. But there is something super hard about that. But like it's the thing when there's a million shitty comments I've seen that I don't even fucking blink an eye at, but it's the ones where they have this energy of like, I fucking got your ass, and you're like, dog, you ain't cooking like you think you're cooking. Yeah. And it's like Tyler, the thing Tyler always said always sticks with me, where I'm like, that must have gotten you guys so fucking annoyed, where he said the dude commented like, just knocked loose with a girl, and you're like, bro, what? Like, listen to Capra. It's not like that's all. You just don't know shit, but you know that dude. Different.
Yeah,
you know that dude was typing like fucking got their fucking ass, and it's like those ones are the ones that get to me. where you know the dude was sitting there going like, fucking got him. But then you respond, and this is why you just have to like let it go, because your goal in that immediate moment is like, I'm gonna show them they're wrong, and they're gonna say they're wrong, and then like they're not. They're literally never gonna. It's yeah.
What are those?
Because it's just, sorry, last thing. It's just like it's like, I don't know if they're being bullies, but they're being like fucking gay dork trolls or whatever the fuck you want to call them. But it's just their nature, where it's like, no. Here's my thing: is I'm dumb, and I glow in this dumbness, and I just enjoy it, and it makes me feel smart because of how little I know. I don't know how little I know. So I just enjoy being this fucking dumb. So there's literally nothing you can do to penetrate this, and that's why bullying and teasing is good in those situations.
Yeah, I think it's the same reason, and it's the same thing you've seen plenty of times at open mics. It's where it has the same cadence as an insult. It has the same, like, where at a roast or anything like that. That same roast I was judging, there was something where at a certain point, when comics ran out of their prepared material, they just started to try to roast on the spot. Didn't work great, because then they'd go like, your shoes look like Mrs. Doubtfire shoes. And it's like, what? Do you know what I mean? Like, but it had the cadence of making fun. You know what I mean? Like, it was that thing of like, why isn't this working? It's kind of like, because you're not actually putting the thought behind the insult. It doesn't actually, they don't sound like Knocked Loose. They're different bands.
I literally called myself out for that one time judging a roast when I made fun of something, and people were like, oh, and I go, no. That joke, you know what? That joke made no sense. I just had the cadence of a funny joke.
Yeah. It's like one of those things where people, it's like people don't know any better. So like when they type that comment, they're just like, just Knocked Loose with a girl. They're like, oh, because it's heavy and it's a girl. Get it? No, it's different.
Yeah, that stuff. That stuff's like when you can figure that out to just ignore that shit.
Yeah,
that's when you've really stepped up. That's really when you really evolved as a human. Because ignoring that shit is very hard. I got into it with the fucking dude. It's so when you're in the moment, you're like, dude, I'm gonna get him. And then when you get 2 steps away from it, you're like, why did I even? Because do you remember that story where that dude in PA beheaded his dad because his dad was like a Fed and he got real mad?
What? Really?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Dude, like recently. It's crazy that didn't go more, that didn't get more reported more.
I have a Google search alert for beheaded. What the fuck?
But I was going back and forth with this chick online because, like, I get really annoyed because I'm a big fan of the conspiracies because I find them very interesting and I love a good whodunit and blah, blah, blah. But, like, I get annoyed with the general perception of them. And when I see people, aiding in the negative perception, I get really fucking irritated. So I get irritated. I see this post where this dude's basically tweeting where, so if you guys don't remember, it was in, I want to say Bucks County. I can't remember, but it was this dude. I don't know. He seemed a little schizo. But it was a borderline Kaczynski where you're like, I don't agree with what he did, but he's cooking on some of these things. Not if the law is watching, not killing federal employees. And
those aren't the things we thought.
I hated that part. Yeah. That part made me angry.
The execution was terrible. The ideas, not bad.
Yeah, like the ideas around it. Now, he had a bad dismount. He had a really bad dismount. Lead up, some of the things lead up, cooking. When he did not stick the landing. I'll put it that way. Do not. You know what, Pat?
What?
I'm going to take this time to make a very controversial statement. Drag the Lake does not support and does not want you to kill government employees.
Allegedly.
Pat, hey, can we be very clear on this?
What? Oh no, that was not alleged. We don't want that. No matter what.
We don't want that. This is not where we joke about things.
This
is not where the jokes happen. Pat, this is not where jokes happen.
Guys, waka waka. We're having a good time. We're basically puppets talking about music.
Drag the Lake says don't kill government employees.
All the time.
That's what we say all the time.
That's what we say all the time. Okay. No joke. No, I'm not winking. Ooh, I'm so hard not to wink.
Pat. Ooh. Pat, knock it off.
Keeping these puppies open.
But anyway, wait, what did this say? Excuse me, Andy, but you should speak more respectfully with regard to our new president / dad beheader. My fault. My fault. Oh, I mean, if he gets in charge, I'm behind him 100%.
Everybody's great.
Oh, but no. So like, and then he posted it on YouTube and Twitter, and then he started with, he goes, "Here's my dad's head. Anyway, I'm gonna read off my manifesto." And,
Anyway,
and I remember the video got posted like late afternoon, early evening. Someone posted, shout out the PITM Discord. Someone posted that the video, and I was watching around like 9:30, 10 o'clock. And literally, as I was watching it, I got like 5 minutes into his whole thing. As I'm watching it, the video got taken down.
Damn.
And then like, and that was like pretty obvious. And then I start seeing people, you just start seeing people who like, it's really annoying. And I guarantee you some of them are like fucking feds just trying to fuck shit up. But you see people in like the conspiracy community posting these things that are just like, you're being sloppy. It's literally someone on the next day being like, wow, can't believe there's a beheading video that YouTube still left up. And then there's just like this one dude who I respect a little bit retweets that going like, wow, this is really interesting. And I like comment going like, it's actually not. Like the video got taken down incredibly quickly. As a person who loves to shit on YouTube, they're being like, can't really believe YouTube's letting this stuff up. And it's like, that'd be cool if that was even a little bit true, but like they actually did this one the right way. Like they took I want the video to stay up so I can hear what the guy has to say. And get my orders. No, kidding.
Andy.
But no, I guess, and this is almost kind of like aiding to my point because I'm making such like a very specific distinction on what I'm getting mad about, and then when you stop arguing about it and you take a fucking step away, you're like, oh, I'm getting into heated debates with the dumbest of the dumb conspiracy people, and you're like, this shit's fucking dumb. Yeah. I'm gonna delete Twitter and go fucking look at a tree because that's way more productive of my time.
Trees rule, man. Also, trees rule.
Yeah.
Trees
rule.
I think overall. Oh wait, go ahead.
You may disagree with the bloody head in the freezer bag, but respect the office he's declaring is now his turn. Oh, that's right. He was basically saying like, dude, it was so funny. He declared himself the president of America.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That we had a different president for like a little bit.
Damn, I didn't even know that.
It was crazy. Yeah, for like a couple hours the one day.
Those guys, you got to vote. Got to vote.
Gotta go to the polls, dude. Vote or die.
Sometimes
vote or die, dude. Vote or get beheaded.
Sometimes they just be declaring themselves president. You gotta vote.
Dude, that was so funny. That's why you gotta vote.
You gotta vote.
But yeah, no, it was yeah. He declared himself the president. It was fucking nuts. But yeah, a lot of people. Here's my thing that gets me irritated in the conspiracy community because like there's a bunch of fucking fed ass psyop bullshit going on where they're kind of like confuse you and this and that.
Yeah.
But then you see this shit happen in the afternoon and then 2 hours later there's a full breakdown of what it is. And I go, there's no way you know that. Guys, just stop. Like just slow the fuck down. There's no way you know that.
Yeah. To me, when everything's a conspiracy, I think you're right though. Like the best way to discredit any kind of conspiracy or anything like that is to have agents or something like that in the comments, like just pumping it up
or wild shit.
Yeah, and it's like, so like once I started from learning about much more about disinformation and any of that stuff, it's like every single thing I hear now is absolutely possible. Like I just heard a thing that we're the alien species on this planet.
Oh, is that the new Y-Files? I've been meaning to get into it.
I haven't gotten. It's like, yeah, why not? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Whatever,
Weren't we talking about that the other night on one of these things where I go, I get annoyed when people like just instinctually poo-poo any conspiracy where I go, are you just not like paying attention and reading things? Like, I'm not saying they're all true, but like you need to understand so much of this is more plausible than you fucking think. So like it's when you meet someone who just out of the gate like rolls their eyes at you on certain things, you're like, oh, you're just kind of like you're coasting. You hit on fucking Yeah, you're just coasting through this shit,
Like
dude.
to me, the ocean has always been way more crazy. And I actually had a joke a couple years ago about like I was working on about how that's really where aliens are and shit like that. And it's actually like that's where I'm seeing so many conspiracies go now, where they're just like, we've had aliens this whole time. They live in the oceans, and it's like, yeah, I know. I was just talking about fish, but I guess if you're talking about space aliens, sure. But like that's the thing is like years and years ago, people were saying up until 2015, even people were saying that the giant squid could not exist. It's ancient lore. People were bullshit. Those old pirates are bullshit. And it's like then 2015 in Japan, they're like, oh yeah, there's one. Look at that. Oh shit. It's
You
like,
know
yeah,
what was a
it can happen. So like, who's to say if it's an animal? Who's to say it can't have existed or does exist somewhere? Like you can't. You literally cannot say. So those when they poo poo even those, it's like, come on, you idiot.
You know what was a big like on a smaller scale? What was like a big eye opening thing for me, and the idea of just like things could be wrong, and you could be so certain of it, and it's like, but anything could be wrong. Like you
Yeah.
know what I mean? So it's like it always be open to that. I remember reading somewhere. No, I was listening to a podcast about when they first tried to do what was it in what's the fucking term, like, oh yeah, they were trying to do like a heart or like an organ transplant.
Yeah.
And I remember it was like the 20s or something, and like back in the 20s they thought you were, if you washed your hands, they thought you were like a fucking witch, you know what I mean, like and it, like the consensus in the 20s was if you wash your hands you're the dumbest fuck we ever met. Like the way that the like normal population look at flat earthers, and that's not me saying like I'm a fucking flat earther that needs to just hear my that you like needs to be respected. I don't fucking think that's accurate. But it's like the way that like the normal population looks at flat earthers, that's how people looked at people who washed their hands in the 20s. And then we found out like, no, the water and soap is good. And it's just like, you know what I mean? Like you would have gotten if you were a doctor, your career would have been ruined and your whole life would have been completely just fucked up, but you were completely
There's little monsters on your skin that are attacking you and that are gonna make you sick. Okay, doctor.
You would, but no, for real though, like you would have been completely laughed at and your career would have been ruined. But you were right the whole fucking time. Like, oh yeah, no, cleaning your fucking hands is a good idea. So that's why I see stuff like there's a few other examples. Like I mean, there's a million other examples of shit like that. But like that's why I never go. My response to anything is always like, tell me what you got, because I'm not certain of a lot, but I will hear everyone out on shit. Let me show you this, Pat. We got some great developments in band merch.
Oh
yeah, dude. Let's do merch talk real quick, because I saw this and I saw this tweet and I got to give a big shout out to Peeling Flesh. Peeling Flesh is a fun band. They're like a technical beatdown band that incorporates elements of like hardcore gangster rap, and they play a lot of samples from hard ass. They play a lot of like clips from TV shows and movies where dudes are saying hard ass shit, and they're just a fun time. They kind of do the gutturals and pig squeals more than I prefer, but all in all, Peeling Flesh is a good fucking time, and I want you guys to check them out, and I want to give them major props because this is the first half. They put up some new merch and says, in case you missed it, merch store up till Friday. We have up till 5XL.
Nice.
I mean, that's just round of applause.
Thinking about the fatties. God bless you.
And then apparently when you go to their website, this is how it's presented to you. Small, medium, large, extra large, 2X, 3X, 4XXX. Yeah, buddy. And then 5XXXXLFG. Let's fucking go.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, because honestly, they're not body shaming. They're body praising. I don't know. The more body you got, the better.
Yeah. I just personally really appreciate the love to the big boys, because as a boy who's getting bigger and bigger, lifting my weights and all that stuff, I just, it's like the 3X life is where I live. And I got to be honest, like I'm thinking on starting a anti-Target campaign, because you walk into Target and because every Target I go into, you start off with the women's section with the clothing, and it's just big ugly bitches littered on that fucking advertising. And I say, I say that, I go, as a big ugly bitch, I'm not mad. But when
Right.
I get to my men's clothing section, I go, where's my big ugly bitches with dicks? I see a lot of big ugly bitches with vages. I don't see a lot of big ugly bitches with dicks. There's one dude that's like TV fat.
And I think
In
one of
the-
the ones in the women's section probably has a dick.
No one Target, yeah. Most
Yeah,
definitely.
Take
Without
that.
Without a doubt, most definitely. But
Yeah.
I just, and then you go through this. They got one dude who's TV fat, which
Yeah.
is
TV
most.
fat, exactly, and he looks slim. Like they dressed him so he looks like appropriate. And you're like, I don't know how to do that. What am I
Yeah,
supposed?
he's got a. I don't know how to do that. Can I give a life hack for big boys?
Please.
Just accept your fat and go a size up. I
Yeah.
can't tell you how many butt cracks I've seen just because dudes don't want to accept they're a 2 fucking X. Just
Yeah.
be a 2X.
Yeah, be a 2X, and also not only that, but also like, yeah, you can fit in an extra large, but are you comfortable? Do you know what I mean? Like, and I don't even mean that like physically, like if like you feel comfortable, but are you comfortable wearing that? Because that was when I invented when I started wearing t-shirts, at least that they fit, but they were just fit. You know what I mean? They fit a little too fit. You know what I'm saying? So I would wear an overshirt or a jacket or a hoodie or something over it.
Invent's a funny word for buying shirts that were too small.
I invented the overshirt. There's no such thing as an overshirt. They're just 2 shirts that don't fit you right.
Okay, I've heard this joke. What is overshirt?
That's what I'm saying. It means, I'm telling you, is I used to call shirts that button up that I couldn't exactly button up because they were a little too tight this way, but they covered up enough of the outside unflattering sides fat and back fat of a t-shirt. So that way I only have to worry about the belly, but the belly would be covered by the shirt. So I'd have a shirt that was too tight here, and then a shirt that was too small here, but covered up the problem areas here, and I would accessorize.
So
I just had
rather
two shirts
than
that didn't fit.
so rather than not being a fucking retard, you gave it a label?
Yeah.
So it seemed
I made it.
less
I
stupid?
normalized it. I normalized it. It's like calling somebody husky instead of fat. Like, you're fat. You're just a fatty.
It's how like every fucking weirdo is neurodivergent now.
yeah, exactly. Everybody. It used to be, it's my my ADD, but now it's, I've got autism. Like, fuck you. I'm a OG motherfucker.
I'm OG making up shit so I don't have to better myself.
Yeah, stupid.
That's crazy, Pat. But
I've been self-medicating since it was called substance abuse, bitch.
no, but it's just like you go to fucking. And I went through Target. There's no fatties on the advertising in the men's section. There's no fatties, and then I go through the clothing section. Not one 3XL to find, bro. Walmart knows who goes there. They got 5Xs. And here's my thing. I'm sure there's a lot less fatties at Target, but there's still some big boys at Target. Get a fucking 3X or I'm causing a stink.
But they advertise fatties. There are hipster fatties. Like, hipsters aren't just those skinny jean wearing motherfuckers. If you don't have jean or pants or jeans that at least go up to 44, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's like one brand of pant that they have there that only goes up to like 42, and I'm like, I don't think I can do a Target 42.
I will give Target credit though. They have invested in stretchy waists.
Oh, really? Like sweatpants?
Yeah. Well, no, like stretchy waist. Nope. Fair response. That was a fair counter to my statement. No, it was
You
also
fat piece of shit sweatpants. You mean? Is that what you're talking about?
yeah. They sell
It's like athletic clothes that you buy, but you only wear them inside.
athletic. Yeah, dude. No, they sell. They're like the chinos, or you can buy the lead singer of.
I was gonna do it, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna leave that one out.
What's the fucking band called?
Deftones.
Deftones, that's right.
Chino Marine.
But no, you can buy the chinos, or like the fucking like they have these like stretchy jeans now where the waist is a little stretchy.
Yeah. So okay, I got you.
I've adjusted way too hard to those just because like I've tried normal Levi's and it feels like you're in a fucking vice grip because all my shit has a little give to it. So when you're in a fucking pair of Levi's, it just feels like you're wearing like. Do you watch that Lil Dicky show where the guy's selling wood shirts? It feels like you're wearing like wood clothing.
Yeah. and this is the thing is like this is a great point too, because like a band like what is it, Peeling Flesh?
Yeah.
Is actually out here like talking the talk and walking the walk Whereas Target's sitting here going like, we accept all bodies and all sizes except for super fatties. But we're gonna say we love super fatties, but we don't, because they definitely don't have 3X. They
No.
definitely don't. And that's the thing. Is like Old Navy's a thing where I realize I can only shop there in the clearance section, because you can
Which
only
section?
the clearance section in the back.
Wait. Let me give you the full screen so you can do that.
The clearance section in the back. If you go there, that's the only place
I
where
don't know why people call you gay, dude. Anyway, go on.
because people call me gay.
I do.
There's that. Oh, okay. And by people, I mean me. No,
Me.
there's you can only buy fatty sizes at Old Navy online, and you can only return them in person. So they shame the fatties for saying, "Oh, that circus tent you bought, it was too small. Okay, give us that," and then you just go. I guess store credit. Maybe you can buy somebody else's sweaters because they'll fit into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's only certain things that fit at Old Navy, and they're almost always in the clearance section.
Ooh.
Because that's where they have the 3X and otherwise 44s, 46s, your whatever.
One more I was gonna say is I was saying earlier, like, just accept what you are, go up a size. Because here's the thing. Now, and I'm a man who, I say this from experience. I'm a man who wasn't accepting my size for the longest time.
Right.
And because you hold on to the fact that you're like, no, I'm gonna get thinner, or I'm not that fat. I'm like, and you have those like two shirts that are still like an XL that are kind of bigger, so they fit you.
Yeah.
You're like, no, I'm an XL. These are just a little tight. I bought this at fucking Zoomies. They sell them a little tight. You know what I mean? It's athletic fit. It's a little tight.
Athletic. Oh.
You just claim that your whole closet is athletic fit.
Yeah.
But here's the
that's why I need relaxed.
Here's the thing you don't realize. If you're not a full 2X, but you're too big for an XL, when you put on the 2X, your clothes will fit you better,
Right.
and you will look thinner, because your shirt's not going to be constantly stretching, and they're not going to be constantly seeing your ass crack and all this other shit. So you'll actually, that's the, like, I'm basically saying if you wear clothes that fit you, you'll look better. But like legitimately, you're worried about looking fat. So you're going to end up looking fat if you're not wearing clothes that fit you. So just go up a size. And also, too, baggy shit's kind of in now. Like, it was harder when I was in high school because we all wanted to wear fucking girl pants and look like little twinks. You know what I mean? But now, being like a thick boy or just wearing baggy clothes in general is chill. So just embrace it, dude. Be fucking fat.
I think overall, like, there's a weird.
Yeah, you look good in overalls, too. That's another option. Like, if you're a big fucking fatty, put on overalls.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, dude. Even if you're not, dude, look at the dude from Knocked Loose.
In overalls? And like those that's like the like jibs, or like, are you talking about, am I thinking of the wrong things? Coveralls.
Well,
Coveralls is the thing I'm thinking of.
I mean, coveralls is when you get like a toxic spill and you have to
You're
fucking. Yeah, no, overalls.
Was,
Why did you do
like,
that?
When you said
wait.
I did in my brain. No, I thought that's what I'm saying is I get those mixed up, and I was like, wait, which one are you talking about? Because I think one would be extremely not flattering.
Wait, when you say overalls, do you mean coveralls?
Which one? Yeah, coveralls is Slipknot. Thank you, Tonye, for helping me with that obvious dilemma of the brain because of my stupid head. And my co-host, you know,
I'll give you some stupid head.
This dickhead right here. Shh, don't tell him.
Now yeah, dude. You can look cool like the dude from Knocked Loose.
He's fit though. That's a fit guy.
Yeah, but like they also work on the big boys.
I don't. You got to show me an example of that. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you know Jibs. You said you know Jibs.
I love Jibs, and I think Jibs looks great.
I love Jibs too.
But like, I wouldn't say like I wouldn't like go like, You know what I'm saying?
You don't
like,
think Jibs is hot?
I mean, I'm not into that. You know?
You don't think Jibs is hot?
No.
All right.
Personally,
I'll let him know.
Wow, that would be that's really fucked up.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna text him.
Just being generally and fucked up. Like, hey, you don't think he's funny? What the fuck? All right, well, I'm gonna tell him.
Hey, Jibs, we're podcasting. Pat doesn't think you're hot.
I just like it. It just I don't think it's I don't know if it's flattering.
Dude,
it's pretty flattering, I guess. I don't know. It's rounds out.
Dude, it smooths everything out. You look
but
good.
Maybe that's just Jibs though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it would work for every big guy. Because sometimes if you hang over the sides, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that I fear this. I fear that there's going to be a hang up. Hey, how's it going? He's at Walmart. stop me from having oh,
You
nice.
gonna
Hell yeah.
pick us up
Hey,
some overalls?
I'm gonna pick us up some overalls, not coveralls, overalls. I need and I don't even know what size coveralls. That's a lot for, you know what I'm saying? For me to look like Pac-Man.
What?
I think I would look like Pac-Man in those. You know what I'm saying? Like just without the mouth. You know what I mean? I'd just be like, meh, meh. Like I just look like a big orange circle.
Nah, dude, we're wearing overalls this year.
I got to get down to overall shape. I want to be knock loose shape. You know what I'm saying?
Well, so that is the other problem with being fat and wearing outfits like that, or like us, bigger boys. We're not, neither of you are fat really anymore, but we're just
Pretty.
thick boys. Because like there is a thing where like
Yeah.
this guy just looks like a hot dude.
Yeah, this guy lives in Amsterdam. He fucks
Yeah.
lots of
What-
guys.
If we wear overalls, people are like, "Are you late for work?"
Yeah. Oh my god, how long did it take you to put those on? Not long. But if I have to
wait.
poop, you better watch out.
Wait, what did Derek say? Yo, I'm at Walmart, but they ain't gonna stop me from having with my dragons. Let's go, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Let's go, dude. Wherever you're at, watch fucking Drag the Lake.
Yeah. If you're at Walmart, whether you're at Target, if you're at Target, you know what? Honestly, and this is
Cause a ruckus.
I was just gonna say, just tear some fucking shit off the walls. You know what I'm saying? Like and say that it's for Andy Malafarina.
And it, dude, fuck, I'm telling you,
is
dude,
for
throw
Andy
the clothes until you find a 3X. Throw the shit around.
Yeah, honestly, anything that's not 3X, throw it on the ground, including saltine crackers, including vinegar. If you find some paper clips, throw them on the ground. They're not 3X, unless they are. Leave them on the shelf.
If they are 3X saltines.
That'd be fucking crazy. If that was an actual movement, we could. I want to do that one day, Andy. If we could, send them into like a CVS or something like that. Anything that's not 3X, throw it on the ground.
Okay, hell yeah. So I want to show you this other merch. And this is from our friend Cat Mosh, aka Todd.
Hey.
Got me hip to this. Pat, are you ready?
Nope.
I don't think you're ready for this, dude.
I'm not.
This
I don't play
merch-
overalls yet.
This merch rules real hard.
Oh, it's merch.
When it comes up, read it out loud for me.
Okay, good. That's good. Have me read.
Oh wait.
I don't know what the top one says, but it says retard fight metal.
It's the name of the band, Snuffed on Sight, and their new merch, retard fight metal.
Damn. You know what, Andy? I've never been a guy that wanted to buy. You know me. I'm not a guy that's going to buy a shirt before I know the band.
Here's the thing, though. Like, if you have a shirt that says retard fight metal, like you're letting me know who you are out of the gate. And
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. Before even hearing a song, I'm a Snuffed on Sight fan.
As far as elevator pitches for bands, this is number one.
Yeah.
This is the one where I go, yeah, I'm in. Yeah, 420 years. Hell yeah. Dude, what the fuck?
Dude, I just like how it says Dummy Division. I think this is our new favorite band.
Holy shit. Honestly, I want them to. Oh my god, could they design who designed their merch needs to design Drag the Lakes merch?
That's a really good point.
That is absolute. I would put our lives in their hands for sure. Is there more? Do they have more? Or that's
No,
just,
these are just the two ones they put out.
damn it, sold and sold.
Yeah, I really love 420ers.
Now I know what I'm spending my entire income tax check on.
Wait, what is the first?
I'm buying nothing but those shirts with all of my tax return.
You should. Oh no, Tonya was saying the first comment. This is so ableist. That's really funny.
Is that what it said? Really?
One of the comments was making a joke saying this is
Oh.
ableist.
I was gonna say how. Oh man, I still think that if they have like just the fact that that's a what were the other things? Wasn't there like an anal cunt thing that was like anal cunt is obviously automatically is a pretty brutal name, but I think they like doubled down on like their merch too.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but if you type in anal cunt merch into Google, the first thing that comes up is an Etsy page.
Is it them though? Is it the band?
You just buy, yeah, dude, right here. You just buying knockoff anal cunt merch
From Etsy.
Wait,
What's
I don't
that
know
like?
if this is. I don't know if this is YouTube safe.
Sorry guys. Well,
Now
either way.
those A's do look like an anus and a cunt.
But they double down, you know what I mean? Like they go for it. Like so I think they're like the fact that they're just like This is ableist.
Sorry, I'm just looking at some of these other shirts. Like, bro, who are you if you buy this shirt? Wait, here, this one. Dude, look at that.
Wait,
How I condition my beard, and it's just someone eating pussy. Dude, like who wears that shirt, man?
dude, who? Yeah, exactly. Bikers. I feel like
It's so
bikers
fu-
and like swingers and like weirdos. Like nobody that you would ever. I've never seen anybody. I support that shirt. I support having curse words on shirt. Top punch.
Top con, like, dude. Can you imagine ruling this hard?
12.17. That's a bargain. That's pretty good.
It's a cheap tea.
But that's I feel like there's a weird thing where like it's taking remember the female body inspector like word
Yeah.
search and stuff, like it's like taking that and then just taking any of the joke out of it. And you're just like, let's just put cunt on there. Like, okay, cool.
Well, and I know it's like low hanging fruit, so I'm not gonna claim like I'm making a fucking original hilarious point, but like it is like you go, what the shit like that always makes me laugh because like with female body inspector, the implied response is like,
Yeah.
But when you have like a hot chick getting her pussy eaten, like what's the implied response? Someone's just gonna be
There's
like,
no imply. There's no implying. There's just like,
So-
oh, pussy juice. Got it.
someone's just like, or no, but the fact that it's like a hot chick, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's this implied thing of like someone's gonna see that and go like, yeah, that's a sexy
Wait,
shirt. Dude.
Is that you in the shirt? Are you eating that pussy? Is that you
That's-
eating that pussy?
That's like a really hot shirt.
Yeah.
Like I'm
It's like-
I'm getting
hold up.
aroused.
Like either way, when you have like that, it's almost that in the I think about the same thing with the apron that's a hot chick or a hot dude or something like that. It's the same thing of like what's the appeal to that?
But
I guess
even-
that's cool because then you're wearing it's like a costume or whatever, but like
Even those, they're like cartoonish looking.
yeah.
So there's like a
What about
this is way better than my body. But like it's just with having a hot chick in black and white, you're like
just a graphic pornography
it's so
happening?
funny.
Yeah.
It's so fun. I don't know. People, public, like, don't get me wrong. There's the time and place to be horny, but it's like just publicly freeballing your horniness is so
Yeah.
fucking cringe to me.
A little crazy, yeah. Yeah, there's no wink and a nod. There it's just like it's not like, hey, free mustache rides.
You're just walking down the street going, this is what makes me come.
Yeah, look.
Look.
No, I think the with the retard fight music though is it makes it more like I don't know. It's just fun. It's just like that's super awesome.
It's
I
just
gotta-
fun.
I have a couple notes with their logo, so I might get the 420 years.
420 years.
You know what I'm saying? Because that one, I don't love the logo on front. I would love retard fight metal on the front.
Yeah.
That's what I would proudly display. Putting it on the back is also kind of a safe bet because you can wear your overshirt. Everybody wearing it back to the overshirt or a jacket to cover up the hate speech that so many people will find ableist and terrible. You know, my son fights at metal concerts and he is retarded.
My son is a retard that
My
fights
s-
at metal concerts.
My son is retarded and you've offended me with your shirt. You're like, what?
Yeah, I love just like maybe it's because I'm not like the most subtle of guys. I'm just a very like what you see is kind of what you get.
Yeah.
I'm not like and part of this is on purpose. Like when I do my comedy, I go out of my way to like not be clever because I hate clever comedy. It's so
Yeah.
fucking annoying. But yeah, so I love shit that's just blatant and in your face like that. Like
You know
this, it takes me back to my favorite shirt of my high school days, which was one of the best shirts ever. I wrestled a bear once. Metal just got gay.
Yeah. And is it the tinfoil, like the shiny
Well,
prick
yeah.
too? Yeah.
That's when foil shirts were so fucking popular, which got destroyed immediately.
Terrible. They were the worst quality shirts. And it was one of those things of like, if again, as a fatter gentleman with most of the shirts clinging for desperate life to my body, anytime I put them on, this would usually get fucked up somehow before I even.
Oh, that's such a good point. Yeah, you get a little sweaty. This shirt's locked into you.
Yeah. So this is a fun thing that even maybe I don't tell me if this is on the heavy-handed side or if this is the clever side. I own a shirt. My favorite shirt that I own. If you could Google real quick, Angie Hill or Angela Hill, bitch fucking season shirt. This is my favorite shirt that I own, and I wear it on like literally. I save it for special occasions, and it's one of my favorite shirts that I own. Tell me if this is not the sickest fucking shirt that you've ever. One of the sickest fucking shirts you've ever seen.
Here, give me a minute.
I don't. Can we share it or not? I don't know if maybe.
I mean, we shared a shirt that says "Top Cunt."
Yeah, and the lady getting eaten out and stuff. I like how you're like anal cunt. Which gotta get out of here, and then you go back and you're like, hey, look at this bitch getting eaten out.
Well, no, the
'Cause it was
shirt.
Yeah.
The shirt literally, it was an A that looked like a butthole, and then a C that looked like a vagina.
Anatomy. It's anatomy. This is we're teaching you guys
All right,
about anal cunts.
I think I found it, but it's not letting me click on it.
Really?
Yo, that's actually crazy.
It's a cool shirt, right?
Oh, and that's like, what's that a reference to?
It's I think Saturn eating its young. I think.
Yeah, that's a reference to like a famous painting, right?
Yeah, this is one of my favorite shirts I've ever owned in my life.
But it looks like her.
Yeah, that's her biting the head off another UFC lady. It says "bitch fucking season." She made it, and that's why anytime I feel I wear it, and somebody might want to get offended, and go, "Look, I'm supporting an African American athlete." Okay.
Oh yeah, that's always a fun one to fall back on.
Yeah, it's one of the best. It's one of my favorite shirts, but also it has very, very clearly on it, "bitch fucking season."
Yeah, no, it's all about context. Like, if you wear that to the Build-A-Bear, you're wrong.
Right. And I wouldn't, and that's what I'm saying is I wouldn't. I'm like, I'm going to a comedy show where I know it's 21 and up. There's not gonna be any kids here. Okay.
Yeah.
Never. I don't give a shit then. Like if you're
Yeah.
an adult that gets offended by this shirt, you can suck my dick. But if you're like, I don't want my kid to see that woman biting the head off another woman, it says, bitch, that's too much to explain.
Yeah, no, that's not a shirt. That's not a shirt. It's not a shirt you wear going about town, like doing your. It's like if you're going to a thing.
Don't go to Disney.
If we're going to a UFC party, wear your bitch fucking season shirt.
Exactly. And then it's appropriate because she is a UFC fighter. It makes sense. Right. Yeah. But yeah. I'm a big fan of supporting fighters as well as bands. So anytime they have cool ass fucking merch like that, I'm like, sold. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. It's bitch fucking season. Let's go.
Oh yeah, Tonya says yeah, it's the Goya painting. Is that Jewish stuff?
No. I think it's Saturn eating its young. I think this is the name of the original painting.
Oh, you're right. Oh wait. It's by Goya. Francisco Goya.
Packet? Like the packets. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Love it on beans. Love it in beans. Yum yum yum.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite paintings too. If I could somehow steal that, I would. Allegedly.
When was that painted? What are you on when you're painting that shit, dude?
Right. Bitches. Or fucking, or you're either fucking or I don't know.
Damn. That shit
I don't know if that's a reference to it.
That shit got painted in like 1820.
Right? How do you not go to jail for painting that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like in that time, like to me, like in that period, like for how crazy graphic that is. That and also what's the other one? The Scream or whatever. You ever the Scream?
Yeah.
Fuck, I can't remember the painter on that one. But like either one of those where you're like, it's not just like you're a tortured soul. Like this is fucking weird. Like I don't understand. You don't think so?
Scream? No, that doesn't like.
Scream
doesn't fill me with worry as much as the Saturn eating the. But also too, the Saturn devouring his son.
Devouring.
Is that like what?
Yeah, devouring. I thought it was like eating. I don't think it's eating.
Is that like a biblical reference? Oh yeah, it's a Greek god. Yeah, okay, that's how you get away with it because it's like fuck it. That's how people don't get alarmed because it's a reference to biblical or Greek mythology and shit like that.
It's like how Joe Rogan was just saying, like, I'm just referencing other people saying the N-word. It's like the same idea of like I'm just referencing a real life thing where this is how it happened.
I wish Rogan was just like, I like the word.
Yeah. Sure, yeah. In all of those cases, yeah. But
it'd be such a fun double down. Yeah.
Off the show was just for me.
The Bible is spooky, Tonya. There's some Instagram account where they'll have like this is this is what it'll be like. What most people think angels look like, but how the Bible describes angels, and it'll be this like weird eye
circles and
with
shit,
a circle and like teeth and all this other. And you're like, Bible's fucking weird, dude.
Really? Is that how they actually describe it? And that's just now how we're doing it? Like, as it's always been weird Hollywood gay cowboys until now?
Well, I think what happens is like every year, you know, every like decade or century or whatever, sensibility shift, and people go like, how do we adjust this so people don't fucking spaz and still like it?
Yeah.
And then cuz like here. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm trying to look for the fucking picture. But yeah, it's you can kind of see it at the top of this article I just found, where it's like some shit like this.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you that was day 1, and we're on day like bajillion. So there's like from day 1 to day now, it looks fucking insane. But I guarantee you, over the course of time, the shift makes sense. Like if they had like if it was a weight loss, fucking like every day, here's my weight loss progress.
Yeah.
It doesn't look as extreme.
Less eyes. Let's take away. Yeah. Well, if we don't have any eyes on that circle, we can take that circle away. All right. Let's give it feet. You want to give it some feet? And all of a sudden, then it's all of a sudden Brad Pitt with a beautiful hair, a little halo. So the halo was just like the whole angel.
You could see like with the circles around it. Here, I'll bring it back up. You could see with like the circles around it.
It's all halos. It's just
halos. You like that's probably where the halos came from, and it's in the sky, so you could see that's where like fucking wings came from on angels and shit.
So if that's the actual definition or whatever, what they say it looks like, then it is like then actually what were fucking angels if that's what they were described as?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Why are they all eyes? That's weird.
I'm also seeing shit like this. So there's like,
cool.
This has wings.
Lots of wings. That's all wings. Like, that's what I'm saying. Is like, if they're like, no, they don't just have 2 wings. They're mostly wings.
That's why I get why fucking metal bands take advantage of this shit. Cause that shit's so fucking hardcore and spooky looking.
Yeah. It's honestly imagery. The imagery is terrifying, but also like they've definitely like, they've softened it a bit to help sell it, but
yeah. All right, Pat,
what
you got your inspector pants on?
I have no pants on.
All right, good, because it's time to be the pit police. All right.
I thought you were the siren.
I don't have the siren.
You're the production this time.
Yeah, so we're approaching the scene. We're approaching the scene already. We got a couple people. I'll give you some hints.
Okay.
The man in the white is about to do something. Can we guess what they're about to do?
All right. So as of right now, it looks like they are on either what appears to be the stage or what would be the stage area of the floor that they're inhabiting. So it looks like he's standing with his back to the drummer, and I'm going to say that this person is going to run full steam, meaning I'm going to say run full steam right into somebody, but I don't know if there's a stage or not. This looks very familiar. I'm very intrigued, Andy. Do you have a guess?
I know what happens. I brought this video to the podcast.
I don't know if you just got this and you're like, hey, good enough.
I'm controlling this.
Good guess, Pat. I don't know either. Let's find out.
I know who did it, but also I
don't know.
I know who did it, but I also don't know what happened.
Oh yeah, you did point out the one yeah. No. Oh. All right.
Gah!
To me, cut and dry.
So not in the band, watching.
Where's the drummer then? Where am I looking?
For the people? No, I think so. You're getting thrown off because there's a drum. Oh, for the people listening, there's basically a dude watching the band. Someone does like this cartwheel handstand, hits people, is not getting out of the handstand quick enough, and so this dude next to him just kicks him in the chest.
Yeah, this more. It looks a lot like tummy too. Actually, it looks very. Is it chest or tummy? It looks like tummy. Rib.
Actually, I think it's side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
heavy
yeah.
ribs.
Ow.
Ribs.
Bro. So if okay, so
and last thing, you see the drum set in the background. I think that is because I think the band's over to the like
right,
where we're looking. The band's over to the right.
yeah,
I think that drum set is the next band coming up because
yeah,
you've probably done that doing shows. You kind of get your shit ready to be, and then you guys noodle for fucking 20 minutes and don't actually play.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was
This
always
is
the most aggravating thing about doing shows like that is like everyone would get set the fuck up and then
yeah,
people would very loudly noodle for fucking 10 minutes.
yeah,
And it's like just play, guys.
yeah,
What are we doing? Just play.
yeah. What's going on here? Address us, acknowledge us. You can't just ignore us and just sit there and fuck around. You have to do something. Like,
Yeah, I remember.
man,
Yeah, I remember being in bands and shit, and that would always drive me up a fucking wall because I'm
yeah,
just like, it's so. I don't know, dude. It's so fucking rude, and it's so like, oh, I'll start when I want to start, and it's like, guys, no one gives a fuck about you. It's it's you should be appreciative they let you on the show,
yeah,
and like whole band set up and full volume, some dudes just playing bass lines and stuff, hitting
yeah,
the guitar parts and shit like that. I don't know. I would set my drums up, kind of like play to make sure everything's in the right spot, and then I would just stop playing. The idea that you would just noodle on your guitar until the band was like, "Okay, we're ready to go," is kind of crazy to me.
yeah. It's like being a comic and like going on stage and just kind of like running, like mumbling your set, like just going like,
Yeah, it's weird as shit to me.
Dad wasn't around. But this is so my mistake was the fact that like the drum set behind him. I thought so. I was correct in assuming that there is no stage. There's only a stage area. But
Yeah.
my gripe is this ain't his fight. I do agree with the fact that
Okay.
this feels like one of those things where like, look, you see this person, he's got a handle. All he has to do is just lower his elbow, and that person's going down. Like
Well,
literally, you can shuck those legs down. That person is gonna go back this way, do a front flip. Nobody else is in there. He's not actively in the pit. He's watching the band. And he's got a white shirt, Andy, but I call this fellow White Knight because he's here standing up for his little boyfriend over here, saying, "Don't worry, I'll kick this teenager." Hiya! And then as hard as he can. And
maybe I think that's a less than generous interpretation. Now, I will say this guy over here, because you made me notice something different. This guy over here, okay. So this guy right here, next to the guy, this guy right here is the main victim of this situation.
True.
And if we watch it, I'm gonna like if we watch it, gets kicked, which that's fine, but like now still on him. At this point, this guy needs to push him off.
Yeah.
Him.
All you got to do is push him. Just push him down, and then because they're on their fucking feet. It's not. This is not a fight. And if I may, if we're talking about in the matter of the police, if you've called the police here, then I'm gonna say that this person that is kicking around here is within their right. It's one of those things. You did leave yourself vulnerable. But you are dancing in a matter of violent flailing. Much is accepted here at the show, but this is not a matter of self-defense. This was an attack on a person who, like, unless this person was like, "Get off of me, help, Derek."
Yeah, I look at this like there's definitely lead up to this that we can dissect and go because. It's crazy the dude hasn't pushed this guy off of him.
Yeah,
also
sit there.
also, the guy doing a fucking handstand, you should be dropping your legs down at this point. You know you're being a cunt.
It's a 1.5 Mississippi move. You should go 1 Mississippi, and on your half a Mississippi, you should already have your legs swinging down.
It should be like a fluid motion. Hit the guy and keep going in the natural movement of your fucking cartwheel. The fact that he's dude, you and me both not good at handstands.
No,
we can freely admit that we're not good at handstands.
No,
and even if you are good at handstand, like this takes effort to hold a fucking handstand.
Right.
You're being a dick. Now, obviously, like I said before, this guy should be pushing him off. But what I think this kick represents is no one's gonna do nothing about this. I'm gonna bring Texas justice.
Yeah.
Hee-yaw!
This is essentially them taking the law into their own hand. It's not affecting them at all. It hasn't touched them. No contact whatsoever. This person here takes a hit, and look, that person took a hit, and this person was getting leaned on the whole time with their hands on them. Could have just pushed them right off. And
Are you talking about the guy with the glasses with his hands up?
Yeah.
I will give him a slight pass because if you watch him again, he's not sure what's going on.
He's disoriented.
Look at him, hand in the air, fucking flicking his wrist to the beat.
Rule.
Dude's just here for this band. He doesn't give a fuck about hijinks.
My shoes match my pants, match my shirt.
He don't know what the fuck's going on. His glasses almost fell off. This guy's in hell.
Yeah, but
thankfully we got Walker Texas Pitter over here, and he goes, "Kia."
Yeah. I think Bruce Drop D over here is laying down the Jeet Kune Do, and I don't think it's necessary. He is not within his rights unless that was his boyfriend or his property somehow. And he said, help. But if the person the people that are getting struck are not reacting, it's not up to you to be fucking daredevil and stand up for the little guy. Like
ain't your fight, cowboy. This might just be analyzing it through my life experience because the vibes I'm getting off the kicker is I have these moments a lot of times where you kind of like look around and you're like, no one's going to do anything about this. And then you want to be a fucking vigilante and take justice into your own hands.
Right.
Maybe I'm interpreting this through my life experience and my sort of fucking feelings and shit like that. But that's what I see where this dude doing the handstand is, in the most pure of terms, doing too much in a pretty negative way. And
agreed.
I think this dude's just neutralizing the situation and bringing order back to the world.
But this is the thing, Andy. We've all had that feeling. And whether you're a guy who's feeling more victimized at shows, maybe you're a smaller person and you don't, but us, we've always had the power to inflict justice. That's why we got into the job that we're in. We're pit police, guys.
That's why we're pit police.
We're made for this. So when we're at this situation, this is the same thing as a cop. And this is one thing that, number one, we love the CIA, we love the FBI, we love those guys. They
CIA rules. They're just trying their hardest. Sometimes they mess up.
And they try too hard, and they put those people in the groups just to break up. You know what I'm saying? Like they put the little secret agents guys in there to incite more.
You guys never did a whoopsie daisy? You never fucked up?
But I'm just saying those are the things we don't like. So this is a situation where you gotta wait for them to make the first move. And if they don't hit you, like that's the thing. If you're seeing that and you're saying nobody's going to do anything about this, what do, Andy? We go take a place at the mouth of the pit or go into the pit directly and wait for there to be contact. Once contact is made, we inflict justice. But you cannot inflict justice premeditated. This was a premeditated attack now. Because this has taken self-defense and turned it into premeditated assault because he did have those feelings, Andy. I tell you, with that kick, the amount of fucking hip thrust that he put into it and everything, not the best form, not a bad sidekick, but not the best form. But
I mean, he's reacting to threats in the moment.
But there was no direct threat to him, and I got to tell you, Andy, that's why we got to bring the person we're bringing in right now is unfortunately not the dickhead who kicked two people in the face, the one that kicked him in the ribs.
Well, you're going to have to bring him in because I will not prosecute this man over getting the job done that needs to be done. Because here's the other, can I say another thing?
Please.
One of the things I disrespect the most is using your hardcore dancing as a cover to commit assault. So I would rather him just blatantly assault a man.
Well, that's what I was saying. I was like, there was no masking this. He just went, Ki.
That's what I think. Like, rather than being like, I'm gonna wait and then I'm gonna fucking two-step my feet into your rib, I would rather just because I feel like
there's shadow of the doubt there.
Injury should always either be blatant or accidental.
Nobody wants to. You can't be the bully. You love being
that guy's not the bully. He's the neutralizer.
No. I'm saying nobody. No, but
white shirt is not the bully.
But when you are attacking someone who's not attacking you directly, I got to tell you, it's a
S-
this was
Oh,
a
so what? Your neighbors get robbed, and you got the equipment to save the day, and you're gonna be like, he ain't robbing me. I'm sorry, Pat. I'm saving the day.
Andy. I guess we just showed our medal. Maybe this is the end of the pit police.
No, what? Never.
I'm here for justice. I'm here for the letter of the law, not the
This
spirit.
is not justice.
This is justice.
No, this is not.
You gotta take the guy in.
We can't take the guy in. He committed. Honestly, this is why people don't fucking call us, because we don't solve the crimes early enough. He got in the fucking way. Figure it out. What are we gonna do? Bring him in for solving the problem we couldn't? I think maybe we should go.
I don't see a problem here. I see somebody in a pit, and I see other people that weren't protecting themselves at the mouth of a pit. That's what I see.
Now you're victim blaming. Now you're victim blaming. I see problem solvers. Oh, what? Oh, he deserved that cartwheel because of what he was wearing.
He was wearing shorts. He was wearing shorts at the mouth of the pit. What do you expect? You're gonna get kicked in the face. And then what are you doing? You still got your glasses on, and you're this close to the action. Of course, he's gonna say, "Don't forget, you got your glasses on." What do I do when I go to the pit, Andy? I do one of these motherfuckers.
I can't
hold on to these, and I put them in my
stand
pocket.
you old school types and your fucking archaic perception of
Dress appropriately. You look a fool.
Nah, you didn't
You're
do
too safe. Shows are too safe nowadays, and they feel like they can just stand there at the mouth of the pit with their hands in their pocket going, I like this band. This is pretty cool. Hey, owie. Help.
I'm just saying.
I'm going to violently kick you.
I'm just saying, ever since the up top, they made us start wearing the fucking what are the cameras?
Oh, body cams, yeah.
Ever since they made us wear the body cams in the pit, now we can't fucking. There's no leeway, you know.
We gotta keep it clean, Andy.
I always gotta go out into the pit worrying about what's gonna look like on the news. I can't work under these conditions.
Andy, I'm telling you right now, this is a classic case of kids feeling a little too safe standing near spin kicks, and they got what they deserved, and then somebody didn't like the medicine that they were given, so they gave a little spit out.
No, I think it's someone freeballing their way through life, thinking there's no consequences for your action, and right when it needs to happen, white shirt, hit him with some good old fashioned Texas justice.
All right, warnings all around. Everybody's getting a warning. How about that? We're going to let you off with a warning. We're going to take the cuffs off you. We're going to let you know, hey, we don't think that this was out of malice, but we got an eye.
We put the cuffs on so they can calm down.
All right. Yeah, we just want to let you calm down a little bit and just everybody just sort everything out. Let this awesome band finish playing. I'm sure they were fucking ripping it up, and they probably ruled as much as that guy in the glasses loved them. Because this, by the way, on the mouth of the pit, you are leaving yourself open. You got to keep yourself shelled up, brother. You got to be ready for anything. Keep one eye on the pit, one eye on the band.
Yeah, and I'll wholeheartedly say, like, there should have been a push off.
Push off. You got to
push off.
You got to deflect. You got to defend yourself. Okay, this isn't. If you're choosing to stand there, you got to learn how to protect yourself and defend yourself. You can't always rely on Walker Pit Ranger over there fucking Chuck Norrising everybody in the goddamn ribs. In the ribs? Really? Like, that's overkill to me. That's what I was saying. Kick him in the hip. You know, kick their...
I don't know. Kick him in the ribs. He ain't going to do that again.
Yeah. Well, that's because he's going to be breathing in blood.
Well, if you break the rules that I've made up in my head
in the match,
you deserve to die.
Andy, I don't think that's overkill at all. I think that's a perfect way to end this. Finally, something we can agree on.
If you break the specific rules I've made up in my head,
I'm going to kill you.
I will wish for your death.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And the pit police. Woo, woo.
Woo. Everyone gets out. Woo.
Oh, that's what your dumbass gets for bringing ribs to the show anyway, you pussy.
This is an interesting comment. What's up, Aaron? Aaron said, I can't wait for the Crosses show on the 22nd. I thought they didn't do shows. Or no, they do them, but like very sporadically. They're the Deftones offshoot band.
Deftones offshoot band?
Deftones. What did I say? Deftoons?
I think I did too.
Are we both stupid?
Yeah, is Deftones a band? Because we could do that. Why don't we just be that band? We'd be Deftones. We'll be a Deftones cover band, Deftones,
We cover Cartoon Network themes, but do it all sexy like the Deftones.
or like deaf people.
All right, I got one more thing for you. This
What
was
is it?
interesting.
What's it called?
Knock it off.
What do you have? What is it, Andy? Quit fucking making us wait for it. We need to know what it is. What is
So, and I apologize to YouTube if this is too graphic to show, so I'll be quick about it. But
alleged?
it's hardcore pornography.
My favorite.
No, so this was going around Twitter the other day. Brace yourself, it's a gross hand.
Oh.
This was going around Twitter the other day, and this is actually Travis Barker's hand after a show in London. Which actually, if you really look, that's not as crazy as you think.
Yeah, it's just like a lot of dried blood.
It's a lot because, like, yeah, he could get, because from what I see, there's a cut here and there's a cut here, and there might be some cut over here.
Oh, damn,
and if that happens earlier into the show and the blood's, yeah, I'm gonna take this off, because I genuinely don't know if YouTube's fucking annoying about shit like that or not. But like, if you get a cut like that and they, and you're playing the fucking drums, if you're playing the fucking drums, like you're gonna get the shit flowing. And then if you just, it's an hour long, like Blink-182 Live's probably what, hour and a half, 2 hours maybe.
Yeah.
And you don't clean it up.
And like, yeah, by the way, even when they're doing like their banter shit, he's not like changing a lot. He's still going in. He's still like filling in shit. Like he's never not drumming. He's always drumming the whole time. So like there's never a time for him to stop the bleeding. So his drum set's probably disgusting. But I gotta tell you, Andy, and this is okay. So you're a drummer, right? I'm sure this is a topic that we could go surprisingly on and on about forever and ever. But is this not don't at some point don't you learn how not to do this to your fucking hands anymore? Like I remember him, like if you're playing so hard, I get it, you're playing so passionately, but like at some point wouldn't you go like, I need to adjust my drum set so I don't smash my hand? Or is this a
so here wait, let me answer that question. So this is kind of the point I'm making. It's a twofold point based off the reason I'm bringing this up is a lot of people kept retweeting it and they kept going, there is not one Blink-182 song where this could happen. What the fuck is Travis Barker doing? Like, even the guy who posted it, he goes, this is Travis Barker's hand after a Blink-182 show in Europe. He's played with some greats, but if this happened playing Blink songs, he needs to tone it. So it's basically just like shitting on Blink songs, going like, they're not that crazy. How did this happen? So it's actually a twofold thing. One, to basically respond to how you're asking the question, what the point I was trying to make with the fact that he, like, with the dried blood and how it looks, what is going on with his hand is borderline nothing.
Yeah.
It's literally like 2 or 3, like that. There's no reason he needs that tape on there. That's completely for show. The tape's completely for show. He fucking, it looks like a cut. Now, maybe he banged his hand and broke his finger. I don't think he did. We would have heard about that. But from how it looks it's like 3 scrapes that were in like his fucking fingers. So he's playing the drums and the blood's going to keep flowing.
Right.
And if you don't clean it up, that's what it's going to look like. And then to the other point, there's 100% a million Blink songs where this could happen very easily.
He famously overplays every single song.
But it's not even about.
He goes.
It's not even about because he plays very like high and loud and shit. But it's not even about overplaying. Go back and listen to, especially during like the Take Off Your Pants and Jacket and Enema of the State era. Those songs are fast as shit. Even on one of their most mainstream songs, First Date, it's a very fast song. The drum fills are fucking crazy. And I'll say that, and this is the main point I was trying to get to, is as a drummer, you're going around playing these really fast fills. It's easy to not, like, it's easy to hit your knuckles on a drum
Right.
on a rim or
Yeah,
something like that. So like it was just a lot of people being like, "Oh, I don't know what drums are." And also, I haven't listened to Blink-182 in a while. And it's like
yeah.
so to your point is it's not really that bad of an injury
No.
and it's dude, you can only do so much if you're going to be playing fast. You and you know, if you're playing kind of like punk rock music, pop punk music, like it's going to be hectic and boisterous. You're going
Yeah.
to catch your knuckles on the rim sometimes. I've done that before where I didn't like cut myself, but like just doing shit, you fucking accidentally punch something.
So my thing is, I accidentally punch stuff all the time, and and
Sometimes
on
my
purpose.
drums don't make dinner on time and I have to
Yeah.
punch them.
Sometimes I gotta teach them a lesson. You're not tuned properly, you stupid fuck. So but there's a so I the point I guess I'm trying to make is the fact that like over time, like in jujitsu, your hands and your feet and your skin in general kind of become a little bit tougher and a little bit more resilient to like mat burn or gi burn or something like that. They calloused almost. Sparring, you show less damage if the more you've sparred, the less damage you'll show in a fight the more you get hit. It's just a weird thing where like you kind of build up, scar tissue, stuff like that, other shit. So I remember back in the day when like Blink-182 was like blowing up and they were on MTV every 2 seconds or whatever. There was a thing where there was what's his face, Travis Barker was at backstage and he's like, oh yeah, sometimes my hands get cut open or whatever, and I put super glue on them to close them. And it was like, whoa, that's so tough, that's so hard. And it's like, okay, cool, but that was like 10 or 15 years ago. Like it's still happening. You haven't built up, and I know that you can't build up calluses on your entire skin all over, but if this is a reoccurring thing that's happened to him, at this point, wouldn't you try to learn not to smash your hands up? Like, and again, and
Yeah, I
this
think that was kind of
particular injury looks a lot worse, but he's been doing this whole time. If you're fucking smashing your hands on the rims of the drums, hold your sticks different. Try something. You're a professional drummer. If this is the thing you're known
okay,
for,
so
longevity and not smashing your hands every other.
yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. I'm guessing this doesn't happen, like, because I used to play the drums. I used to play like pretty intense. It doesn't. My point is like this doesn't happen a lot. It's not like
No.
Travis Barker is busting his hands open. Well, I can't even say busting his hands open because that's the other part of this. Is like this isn't like a big catastrophic injury. It's just catching your finger on a hard metal surface. You know what I mean? So it's like. That's just the reality of playing the drums. Is if you're moving your hands fast around them, there's a chance that you're gonna hit it on the edge of a rim. Like here, I just pulled up a picture of like a floor tom. You know, if you look like, you know what I mean? Like you can not want to do that as much, but if you're just playing fast and like think about it, you're hitting the floor tom's to your right, and if you're hitting a fill and you're going like really fast going down and you're being a little overzealous, you could go down and fucking miss and catch your hand. Like shit happens sometimes. I used to do it playing the snare drum in marching band where you would I forget what the fuck it would be called, but you'd do this thing where you'd hit the rim and the snare head at the same time, so it would make way more of a thwack than just a hit. Yeah. And then, you're just going, and for some fucking reason, you know how to play the drums, but for some fucking reason, your pointer finger's out, and you just hit your pointer finger on the rim. It doesn't mean you're like, it's just, this is a shit happens kind of thing.
You know what he does? He keeps playing, and he bleeds all over his drum set. What I do is I go...
You get up and you go, stop the show. I got it out.
No, I didn't break the skin, but it really, look how red it is.
I didn't break the skin, but it's like really, really,
it's like really red. Look at, that's gonna bruise for sure. That's the difference, I guess.
And also,
by the way, you say there's no point in taping your fingers like that. I don't know about you, Andy, but how do you mandible claw somebody? I need him taped, okay? If he's doing this here,
that's why I get my little sock out.
Oh, you got the Mr. Sock out route. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I just feel like I think at this point, and this is absolutely me nitpicking, I think Travis Barker is a remarkable drummer. I'm not giving him any notes except for the fact that like by this point, like I don't stub my toe. If I stub my toe 5 times on the coffee table, I'm moving the coffee table. I'm not just gonna go like I'm one of the best walkers in the living room ever. I'm the this really hurts. I hate it when I smash my hand open and it sucks and it ruins my drum set and it gives everybody else AIDS around me. You know what I mean? Like I don't
But that kind of goes to what I just said. Is one, this probably doesn't happen that often. Two, he's a fucking hand job who hangs out with MGK, so he's 100%. He's 100% milking it. Like you don't
my
need the
battle
tape.
scars.
Yeah. He's 1,000% milking it because I love Travis Barker to death. He's one of my inspirations as a drummer, but he's
Good
turned
friend.
into a little bit of a celebrity star fucker hand job. But like what I'm trying, I think what you keep missing is the fact that it's like this isn't a fucking, oh, if I just move my drum this way, blah blah blah. It's like this is he got a tiny cut on 3 of his fingers.
Yeah.
And also I'm looking at you fucking cartoon that came to life. You're bumping your toes every other fucking day. But you're definitely stepping on race cars and slipping down the hallway.
I don't even have a coffee table anymore. You I can show. I will take a picture of the hole that I put in my coffee table because the remote for the Apple TV stopped working right and I smashed it on the table and it's stuck in the table like this. And there's a hole in it now because it's a cheap coffee table. Yeah, it's one of these. So that's why it's so easy to move, stupid.
Well, that's the thing that's just the big thing that people aren't understanding. It's like he got 3 little cuts that he did not tend to, and then he posted it on Twitter like, look at fucking me, dude.
I'm solving a problem that doesn't exist. I get it. Yeah, it's one of those things of like, he's not but I'm just saying if this is an issue, then
sure.
My thing is he's just a retarded drummer that doesn't learn from fucking smashing his hands on the drums let's say every 6 times he plays.
Yeah.
And it's just like one of those things of like, look at that, because you're right. He's going like, look at how fucking tough I am. I got this tape here in the middle so I can fucking finger my girl who's famous as fuck.
Well, that was the other half of it where I was just like, honestly, I don't even know why I defended him so hard because half of this is Travis Barker being like, it's like, dog, you deserve this for being a hand job because you know nothing fucking happened. You got 2 little cuts.
And if this is a real thing of like, move your drums, you professional drummer, you fucking idiot. And he's just like, but Kim or what's the Khloe Kardashian?
He's fucking Khloe.
One of the Kardashians is probably like, baby, it's so fucking hot. That means you're fucking rocking so fucking hot. And then she's just like, that's fucking hot. And he's like, yeah, baby, look how fucking bloody I am, baby. Yeah, fucking hot. And it's just like one of those things where they're into BDSM, but they're not brave enough to whip each other. They're pussies. They're sexual tourists on this weird.
Yeah, wait, what the fuck?
Now I'm just Khloe is the big Khloe's the big one?
She used to be.
No, it's not. So then it's not Khloe. It's the other one.
No, he's with Courtney.
Courtney, that's the one. Sorry, you're right. I really did think Khloe was the short one. There's a short one. There's a long one, and then there's the one that's just right. The Goldilocks horse. It's wonderful. They're wonderful people. I think. Right? Are they good people? Do we like them?
They're fine.
Okay, but just not Travis Barker.
My thing with the Kardashians is people. It's like the shit that goes on with Matt Rife, where you'll see a bunch of people who go like, Matt Rife, what a fucking hack, loser, fuck, and you're like, and then if you're a real comic, you watch his stuff and you go, his shit's fine,
yeah,
but
he's good,
but it's like. But then the people who are like, oh my God, he's so fucking funny and so good at crowd work. You're like, well, okay, let's chill on that one too.
Yeah.
And I think it's the thing with the Kardashians are similar where you're like, they're the worst fucking humans to exist. And you're like, well, Kim has helped get a lot of people out of jail and they just, like with fucking wrongful convictions or whatever the fuck it was. And then you kind of like look at certain things and you're like, yeah, they're just kind of like vapid retards, but they're not the worst thing. And then people will try to be like, they're so fucking inspirational and magical. And you're like, well, that's too far. Yeah. Like for me, I don't know. You don't get a lot of energy from me out of the Kardashians because they're like vapid retards, but they don't do anything that egregious.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I'm not like I'm not. I'm at the point now where just like I can't argue the fact that how big, like famous they are or anything like that. But anytime they date somebody that I like or that I'm at all familiar with or something like that, it's always weird. It's like it's almost the same way as like the probably how football fans feel about Taylor Swift and shit like that, where it's just like this thing of like of it kind of it's weird. Like you're right. Like you start to view somebody like Travis Barker, who I've really had no real reason to hate aside from like fashion. I don't, he's just always so fucking cool and serious. It doesn't seem like he jokes around a lot, but then he was in the Aquabats, so he must joke around a little bit. And he's in Blink 182, which is the biggest fart and poop band of all time. So like there's got to be some kind of sense of humor somewhere. But then he starts dating a Kardashian, and you're like, there's no sense of humor there. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like there, it's kind of like it's like it makes you feel it kind of it discredits, not in like a lame way, but it kind of discredits someone where you're like, are you just want to go to like the Emmys and shit? Like, well, you're,
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean? Like, why are you doing this?
I mean, all in all, at the end of the day, I fucking love Travis Barker because
Yeah,
he was a huge inspiration to me when I first started playing the drums and
literally, I've
listening
been
and
listening
like
to him since the Aqua.
yeah,
Oh,
and
fuck.
like listening to music heavily and all this other shit. But like at the same time, I don't know. It's when like you ever see super rich people act like fucking pussies and you're like, you're super rich.
Mhm.
Like just say whatever you fucking want. It's like it always
Yeah.
reminds me. It always reminds me of my favorite Killer Mike line where he's talking about like that Don Sterling when he was saying like the racist shit to his girlfriend. And the funny part, he was like, yeah, you can fuck as many black dudes as you
Right.
want, just don't take pictures. So honestly, it's some of the most mild racist shit I've ever
It was,
heard from
it
an
was one
old.
of the most understanding, blatant racist things I've ever heard in my life. Of him being like, "You can
Like,
fuck as many of them as you'd like, just don't broadcast it." And it's like,
hey,
oh,
this is an old ass white guy with a black girlfriend. This is
yeah.
probably the best case scenario for this shit.
And only use this credit card. Don't use the other ones. And it's like one of those things of like, wait, is this hate speech or is this just like a dad like reprimanding his, it's like a weird stepdaughter fantasy kind of thing of like, you
Yeah,
can fuck
right.
anybody you'd like, but I want to watch, you know?
Well, that was the funny part. That was the funny part too, where they were like, "I'm not like a Don Sterling defender. I don't give a
No,
fuck." But motherfucker got railroaded.
poor
But
guy,
no,
poor victim.
it was always it was always funny too, where they'd be like, "Look at this example of the worst racist to ever exist." And you're like, "Who? The guy with the black girlfriend?"
Yeah, the guy with the black girlfriend who says, "Yeah, go for it. Fuck as many people as you'd like. Just don't broadcast it because you're supposed to be my girlfriend, and I'll pay
Yeah,
for everything you want." And it's like,
and
wait,
all my other rich white friends will make fun of me.
what was the point that Killer Mike made? Was
Oh
that
yeah,
that
yeah.
bad?
He had this lyric in Lie, Cheat, and Steal. I was bringing up the lyric. Thanks for
Oh yeah,
vamping. I'm trying to figure out where I should start with this lyric.
with the end. Is there an end? Start with the end.
But yeah, who really run this? Who really run that man that say he run this? Who really run the man that say he run this? Run this. It's more
like
fun when the song it goes in the song.
I remember that.
Yeah, and he goes like, who really fund this? Who really fund? Who say he fund this? Like, who in the world gonna tell Donald Sterl who to put on the you can't come list? Now, don't be silly. He goes, don't be silly. Who the fuck gonna bully me if I got a Billy? If I got a Billy and a bitch recording me, I'm like, who cares?
Right.
What I wouldn't be is on TV stuttering, talking scared. So the question is when Don's at home with that traitor ass bitch alone. That's so funny. Yeah, dude, I saw so many black guys being like, yo, that's a bitch who doesn't know how to keep her mouth shut. That was
Yeah.
the funniest part.
Because it's like literally, if you know the setup, and he's like, you hear
That's the
words that he's
deal.
saying. Yeah, that's the deal. You can fuck anybody you want, but please don't broadcast it. And please, like again, like use this car service. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's just giving, like saying, like, please just do it.
Yeah.
This way.
But he goes, so the question is when Don's at home with that traitor ass bitch alone, who's the voice on the side of the phone that shakes and rattles his bones? Could it be the man behind the man behind the man behind the throne? And it's like, you think about stuff where you're like, yeah, dude, there's got to be, like, when you see rich people doing shit where you're like, you have so much money.
Yeah, who are you?
Like, why are you doing this? And
Right.
you're like, oh, because the Mossad has a video of you banging a 15-year-old. But no, the one thing with like Travis Barker that always makes me laugh, I was just like, bro, you've done so much.
Yeah.
But now, and you're so rich, but now you need to like date a Kardashian so you can be in the spotlight. Now, I'll be straight up, like they could have been at a there's a good chance they're at a
Maybe they're
party.
real people and they talked and they fell in love, blah blah blah.
But then you see like he's also doing this is where the Kardashians like fuck up good men, because it's like he's also doing these corny ass photo shoots where it's like him and fucking his girl, and it was like Machine Gun Kelly and like Megan Fox at the time. They're posting these pictures of them like in the bathroom making out with each other, and I'm like, you guys are old as shit being fucking so lame.
Yeah.
Stop. This sucks ass. It makes being a Travis Barker fan suck so much ass.
Yeah, it's really strange when you see shit like that. Like it's just like I can't imagine what the conversations they have are like. I'm sure they're probably on TV somewhere. I'm sure they're on the show and everything like that. Don't they have they still have the show and everything? But there's like it's
He's
just
probably on the show, yeah.
I just can't imagine like I guess they haven't, but they've been so big. That's the thing is like Blink-182 has been such a big band for so long at such a high level that like arenas, you know, probably huge celebrities coming backstage to meet them. And like, they've been at that weird high celebrity thing for a while. That's just like, it makes it feel like whatever person that they were is not anymore, because like even like before, like when he was even like in transplants, he was still in Blink-182 and he was doing transplants, but he was still going like, yeah, I'm also in LA Street Gangs as well. And you're like, there's no chance you're in fucking LA Street Gangs. You're fucking a Kardashian. You're wearing fashion clothes. You're wearing fashion.
I'm in LA Street Gangs. Shut
I'm
up.
in LA. I got face tattoos.
My whole thing with
off you. And then were you always phony, or were you ever in LA Street Gangs?
Here's my thing. I don't even think he's phony. I think Travis Barker low-key likes being a celebrity. So like,
obviously.
but no, that's not phony though. That's just being like, he gets off on like the vapid bullshit. Like when you see
what we consider vapid bullshit, don't yuck his yum.
What?
I said what we consider vapid bullshit. Don't yuck his yum.
No, he helped Machine Gun Kelly write music and goes to fucking VMAs. I'll yuck his
cool
yum
guy. He's a cool guy. That means he's cool. What are you talking about? You just said cool things. What did you just say?
You just said all the coolest fucking shit ever.
Did he get slimed?
I would get slimed. I would get slimed.
I would get slimed too. That's what I'm saying. It's like there's certain like milestone things that you can do that are amazing. But then, and I'm saying fucking a Kardashian, yeah,
that's really cool.
Marrying a Kardashian, no. That's where we go bad.
I'm thinking like red carpet, fucking award show bullshit. Like I look at it like I don't know, I think Travis Barker just enjoys fame a lot more. Like the way I look at Blink-182, and someone like Tom DeLonge makes more sense than Travis Barker, where when Blink-182's doing shit, all right, Tom DeLonge's doing the interviews and blah, 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 and all this and that. Hey, I'm here. Buy our fucking album. Go to our fucking tour. But then when they're not doing that, he's off at his house doing alien shit or something like that. Right. He's not as like, I need attention from fucking everyone. I don't know. I think Travis Barker gets wrapped up in the fame shit a little bit more, or he's just getting brainwashed by the Kardashians.
Yeah, it is strange. No, but even before that, he was like dating he was married to a Playboy model. He was doing like DJ AM shit. Like he was doing like celebrity type shit. So he was doing like
Did you ever listen to DJ AM shit?
I loved it. I love both.
It was really good.
Both of the mixtapes that they put out were fucking amazing. I like it's just fun. It's just jamming along with fucking. It's a DJ and a drummer jamming. It was fun, but I love a
good fucking DJ, dude, because it's like a good DJ works so well to me, because I do get the fucking the ADHD kicks in, where you're like, and the fact that they change songs every like 45 to a minute is sick.
It's just an awesome mixtape.
I love a good DJ mix. I got big into that when I found Run the Jewels, and DJ Trackstar does them really well.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool that he was doing that shit. And I was thinking even then, I'm like, okay, he's getting into like mainstream shit. He's doing shit like the Travis Barker thing where he did with like a
he did like a show. That's what Tonye just said, right?
Did he do a show? Oh yeah. Yes, he did. And that's what I'm saying is like I remember. So that was the Playboy model. He was married to the Playboy model, and then they had a reality show like Jessica Simpson or any of those other people at the time. So yeah, so you're right. I think he has been into this since then. So you know what? We were just blind to it back then. We just thought, hey, cool, MTV's doing this. He obviously pursues it.
I
So
didn't even realize that, dude. I'm like,
Shayna Mokler. She was so fucking hot, dude. Holy shit. She rules.
he apparently. I looked up Travis Barker girlfriends,
Yeah.
and there's like 1 or 2 pictures of him with Paris Hilton.
Oh, really?
It looks like like a picture. Well, here's the thing. It looks like a picture of them at a club. So it could have, because they're not being like.
She is a DJ.
She is a DJ, but like he's got the arm around her, but that could just be, hey, can you guys get together for a photo?
Yeah.
But Paris Hilton was, dude. When One Night in Paris came out, I turned into a fucking. That might have been my horniest day.
You think so?
No, I don't know if it was my horniest day. I've had a few good ones lately, but I remember, dude. Paris Hilton was one of my. I've always been a fan of a tiny blonde lady. Oh God, I love it so much.
Mine was, and I'm not proud of it considering the charges that landed after, but the fappening. Whoa! Can I tell you? Hey, Andy.
You don't think I was in on the fappening?
I'm telling you, but that was my absolute horniest day because I think that was when Scarlett Johansson broke. Scarlett Johansson and what's her face? Kate Upton. Oh man. Oh my.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my horniest day.
And
I'm googling it after this.
Happening reminds me of one of the funniest arguments me and Lemaire got into.
Oh, really?
Because yeah, I remember we were talking about it, and I was just like, "Oh, dude, I love the fappening." I was like, I forget how I said it, but I was just like, I just made a reference to Jennifer Lawrence's butthole.
Oh man!
And then Lemaire found it very important to like correct me and go, "You can't see her butthole in that." And I was just like, "Well, I saw her. I've seen her butthole, so I don't know
the picture."
And like he just kept not letting me say I saw her. I'm like, dude, you don't forget you saw that.
Hey, you did this to me a couple weeks ago or last week about Kim Kardashian naked pictures, and I double checked with my wife, who is a Kim Kardashian a historian. I said, has she done nude modeling since then?
No. This is what you do. This is what you do. This is what you do.
I said this.
This is what you do. Is you go, Patrick, please. You're about to besmirch me. You go, Andy, I said, and you basically go, Andy, this is what I said, and I go, I didn't argue against that. You said, did she do nude modeling?
Nude.
I said she's not a nude model. There's an important distinction you're not wanting to accept. Did she model with
over the years? If you continue to nude model over the years, would you not
continue to nude model?
And we're back here. And I asked this very question of my wife. I said, has she continued to do nude modeling since the sex tape? And she said, without hesitation, yes. And then I went into a little bit too much detail of how many of them I've seen. And then I probably made it weird for the rest of the car ride with my wife.
So
but
you found the answer and never sent me any of the info to correct me? You just waited till right now to bring it up?
And that's my problem.
Here's the thing. If you're right.
Pictures of Kim Kardashian, then you're going to be like, oh, Pat, chill out, man. Quit sending me. Oh, no, you simp. And then you're just going to say,
Pat. See, I got to stop you.
Text me, by the way.
I gotta stop you. You're way too deep on the conversation, trying to win it, and you really and like you're so locked into winning this that you just said one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
Thank you.
You told me, you just said that if you sent me picture after picture after picture of topless Kim Kardashian in a professional, please, Patrick, please, you're not listening to me.
You're not listening, obviously.
If you sent Patrick, please, this is why you're This is why you're just sounding so
I'll
ridiculous.
just use sign language.
No. You're focused on winning the argument, not having a conversation, and everyone is mad at you.
Always.
But no,
That's me.
you just said the sentence.
Yeah.
If I sent you Andy, panties in the mouth, drag the lake, no more heroes, Malafrino.
Andy,
If I sent you various professional pictures of Kim Kardashian topless, you'd respond very annoyed with me.
and make fun of me and call me a simp.
Okay, you're deranged.
I don't want
You're
it.
deranged. You're a deranged man if that's the world you exist in.
You know how weird it is to text my friends, and how many times I've texted my friends, hey, is it cool if I send you some porn right now?
Can I, Pat?
What?
I've never wanted to be proven more wrong on a topic ever.
Oh, it's coming. You're
Then
coming.
fucking do it. Don't just talk about it. Send me multiple pictures of Kim Kardashian's tits.
Okay, I will.
Jesus Christ. You had this evidence a week ago and I'm finding out about it now?
I've had it on a hard drive for a long time.
You don't fucking understand how excited I am to be wrong about this, you
All right.
dolt. Jesus Christ. This is what I'm trying to say. You're going to this conversation with your fucking... We talked last week about teams. That's what's wrong with politics. You get caught up in your fucking
You're right.
teams
You're right.
and this and that. And I'm on team look at tits.
Okay. Well, if I knew that ahead of time, I thought you were a team secretly gay goes to glory holes to hope for penis in the mouth.
It's not a
I thought that's the
secret.
team you were.
It's not a secret.
But you can't be on. All right. You know what? You're on both teams, and I didn't know that. So that's my bad. So we're learning more and more about each other the longer the show goes.
Psychotic. You had evidence last week, and I'm learning about this now.
I had evidence when we were arguing about it. I just didn't feel like you deserved it. And plus, I showed you a picture on my phone. You said, "Don't do that. We're on YouTube. We're not supposed to show nudity." And I was like,
Well, yeah, no, yeah, that's you're
Andy.
dumb.
I am. Yeah. Well, hold on, Andy. If this is news to you, then you might be.
No, but just to be clear, my original argument was if you do one topless photo in a magazine, that doesn't make you a nude model. That makes you a lady who modeled nude one time. But if this is true, that she modeled topless various times, I will bestow upon her the title of nude model.
Oh, she's a wonderful nude model.
But even then, like,
Oh.
nude model implies like that's your main gig.
Yeah. But this is I would give her money for it if she wanted, but she didn't ask for money. Andy,
Would
and
you,
she doesn't-
Pat?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah.
Would you give money to see Kim Kardashian naked?
$5? Dude, there's oh man. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Come on,
Is-
Pat. We need to have more conversations, less arguments.
Okay.
What are you doing to us?
Andy, if you would have just heard me out in the moment, you would have been privy to nude modeling pictures of Kim Kardashian weeks ago. But you had to argue with me in the moment. And
Well,
that you
actually,
made me
I
angry.
mean, Pat, I hate to just destroy you in the moment.
Do you?
But I
Would you hate that, Andy? Because I honestly, you even saying that, I don't believe you one bit, because it seems like you say
No.
that as a precursor to
No, Pat, this is no fun for me right now.
you want to destroy. I'm hating her. That's why I'm laughing and smiling so big. I hate this.
Well, no, wait. Oh shit, I
Please,
got lost.
please,
The
try to persevere.
jokes,
I know
the
you-
jokes made me lose track. What did you just say before I was about to eviscerate you?
I know, because you were arguing, not me. I was trying to have a conversation, and that's why you didn't get the nude pictures, because you were arguing, not me.
You were arguing,
And
I was.
and you
having a
said you
conversation.
hate to do this, but
I forgot what you said though.
You hate to destroy
I was laughing too hard at
Thank
your very
God.
funny response.
I've kept myself from being destroyed for another week.
Oh no. That's what it was. I said you're not a nude model if you model nude once, and then
Right.
you were like, no, she's done it a bunch of times, and then I said no, she didn't, and then you said yeah, huh, and you apparently had a bunch of photographic proof of it,
Yeah.
and decided
Yeah.
to not present it.
Right. Because
that is
we're on
a-
YouTube, and you say you can't show titties on YouTube, Pat. And I go, okay, fine. And then afterwards, you're like, what am I going to just bless my friend with all of this pornography after he
You
tried to
can-
make a fool of me online in front of
can
everyone in
text
the
me-
world?
Patrick, you can text me all the pornography to prove your point.
Okay. Now that I've got the okay,
It's just
I hope
very
you have
weird.
enough memory on your phone.
It's very weird to not use evidence to prove your point when you have it at that moment.
You're right. But also, if the evidence is wonderful pictures of glorious tits and ass, I don't feel that you should be given that proof. And I'll just let you, I'll let you be the winner for a week. And you can just sit in your thoughts and go, ha, 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 I've only seen her boobs once. And that's the only time anyone's ever seen them. Ha, 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 ha. While I'm over here going, love that one. That one's my favorite.
This is why they disbarred you. You're a terrible lawyer.
Also, I can't read. I've said it for years. If I could read, I'd be a great lawyer.
Hell yeah, dude. All right, we've been having fun. I feel like you're not going to send me those pictures.
I am. I already bookmarked it. I mean, you have the internet at your house as well. But if I need to get them for you,
God, you're just not coming off a guy who has the evidence.
I'm coming.
I'm just saying. I'm coming off a lot of guys, dude.
Okay.
Just saying, I'm surprised. I feel like if I had the photographic evidence, I would have sent them to you by now.
Oh, really? But you didn't. Did you look him up? If he doesn't, I'll get you in the sim chat. See, honestly, I think Tonye knows what I'm talking about. But if I'm going to look it up, I'll look it up right now, and I'm going to send you.
You keep missing the point of what I'm trying to say.
It's happening.
Like it's hilarious if Tonye gets to him before you. It's so weird. Like, why wouldn't you have sent these to me a while ago if you're so certain you're right?
Because I've been enjoying them myself, and I
believe you. I want you to
know.
No. I truly do.
Because
the way you've expressed yourself, I've gathered that you're probably right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you the fact that I've still not received these photos is crazy.
I honestly thought they would show up in the sim chat.
Yeah, expecting other people to do your work for you.
Obviously, I mean, I didn't think that I would have to, but it's my fault for having to prove it. But now I have them for you.
It's your fault for having to prove your point.
Yeah,
not just me assume you're right.
I thought you were just take me at my word at this point, but at this point,
no.
I have to prove myself over and over again to you, and my eyes have been fixed.
Pat, you're my third most mentally ill friend. I'm not accepting anything you say on for face value.
Okay. I can, you know what? I'll take that. Third, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Oh man, these are so good. She also does a lot of like really scantily clad ones and like hand bra stuff too.
Still hasn't sent them to me. All right.
You want those too?
You could just prove your point. You could have proved your point a week and a half ago. But you're just weirdly choosing not to. Guys, gals, everyone in between. This has been a fun fucking episode. We have to get out of here. Patrick.
Huh?
Say bye to the people.
Oh, yeah. See you guys. I'm looking for proof. You know what? You're giving me mixed messages. You're like, give me proof. But Pat, pay attention to the outro of the people that are watching you live stream.
Well, I'm teasing you because we've been arguing about this for half an hour. There's been so many opportunities for you to give me proof, and you're so certain, and you're just not giving me proof. This is weird, Pat. This is a weird way to prove your point.
Yeah, I'll send them over to you, but I want to give you guys my full attention right now.
I don't feel like I'm getting them.